Good evening. How y'all doing? Hey, all of the things. Welcome back to another episode of my Unsolicited Opinion podcast with myself. I'm Joy, Ty, and NAllenRx, our resident not psychologist, pharmacist.
I take it.
Baby, put some respect on that name. You hear me?
All the letters. All the letters.
All of the letters, y'all. Oh Lord, you guys have seen our thumbnail. You decided you wanted to click on it because you had to have seen these viral videos of this transition and transformation of Blac Chyna, and we are going to talk about that. We're going to talk about why did she get it? Why is she taking it out? Why is a whole generation of women running around with fake boobs, fake lips, fake hips, fake everything? And then we're going to talk about a little bit of like what's up with these dudes? Like what's going on with them? Are they doing it? So, ladies, how are we doing today?
Woo, girl, today, talk about running around frantic on a Wednesday, on a good hump day. I was doing that today. Normally, it's not so, out and about, but today I was. And yeah, but I'm good. I'm good now. I'm sitting back, I'm relaxing, and let's chat.
I love
Yes.
it. I
Yes.
love it. Ty, you work so hard. Let me just give you your flowers real quick. For real. I'm not joking. I think about the fact that you'll be up at 2 o'clock in the morning texting and emailing and editing, and
Yes.
you get up 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. You up. I'm like, she's still up. Did she sleep? What's going
Oh, I
and
thought
you
you
go
said,
all day and you do I'm dead serious. I promise, like I think about these things all the time, like
I
you
appreciate
really truly, like I admire that. Like I done ran out of gas. I'm tired, honey. Like
you.
I'm out, but I mean you work hard. Your daughter is always involved in something. She
Child.
got the friends over, you doing the dance. Like go off, sis. I
I
love
just
it.
I
I
just
love
push
it.
till Sunday. Sundays are my days. I think that's probably like the day of the week that I get the most rest. So I just like, keep my eyes on the prize till Sunday. But I appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah, I
Think I'm good
really do admire that.
sometimes.
What's up, Allen?
Oh my goodness. We have arrived. What is today? Today is what, Wednesday? Is today Wednesday? I
Wednesday.
get it confused
Working
every week.
Woman Wednesday.
I was off today. I'm off every other Wednesday if somebody want to keep up with my schedule and be a stalker. I'm so excited about this topic tonight, guys. I'm so excited about it. This Blac Chyna situation is interesting because I'm wondering what made her want to take him out in the first place, what made her get him, and it's not just the ladies, guys. These men, they're getting procedures as well.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
I can't wait to hear what y'all have to say about it. I'm ready to get into it, guys.
All right. So we got anybody in the chat?
Yes, so far we have one of our regulars, Miss Nina Simone. She says, "What? Hi, ladies.
Hey girl.
Hey, girl.
Hey,
Hey.
what's up? Is that Nina Simone? I'm not sure. Yes, the common sense expert. He says Ty equals what? Superwoman. Give
I,
your girl her flowers. Yes, she is doing it all.
I don't claim
Look,
it.
she
I don't
don't
claim
claim
it.
it,
I
and
don't want
don't
to
think
be
that
Superman.
she don't need
I
no
want
help.
a soft life.
Yes. She's tapping into her femininity. She's just, taking care of business right now. Okay? Because that's what we got to do. Ashley Leanne, what's up, girl? She says, hey, y'all. Gives her a little smiley face. Hey,
Ash,
girl, y'all got to tell us what y'all think. Would y'all get these procedures? Because I'm like, K. Michelle, who is it, Nicki Minaj? Ooh, I'm trying to think of these men
All of them.
celebrities out here getting these
Everybody. The
abdominals, cheating and stuff on
Kardashians.
genetics. Yes. They act like they ain't getting them, but we all know they getting them. And it ain't just no makeup contour either.
okay.
Okay, let's get
Okay.
into it. Let's get into it, guys. This is gonna be a
Well,
good
as
one.
always, we do have something to reference. So there is a video. So I don't know about y'all, but I spend a lot of time on Instagram, probably more time on Instagram than YouTube. And I do follow Blac Chyna, and I have no idea why I follow Blac Chyna, but I do. And there was her video. I mean, she has a ton of followers. I think like 16 million. But this week, she just lit the internet on fire. Most of her reels will get like 300 or 500,000 views. This got 4 million views over the
Wow.
last week. And
Wow.
people were all in the comments asking questions, like wanting to know what and why. And they had a lot of questions. And so she gave us a little bit of a peek in her life. So let me try to share this here. Um, all right, Lord have mercy.
Girl, you want me
Is
to
it is that it? Okay. Y'all ain't never had to share before. Hang on. All right. Oh, where's my tab? Can y'all see me flipping through
Mhm.
this?
We cannot see you flipping through it.
Okay. Where is it? I lost it. Where is it?
Oh, joy.
I know. I'm somebody mama.
All right, I tell you what.
Hang on.
Look. The woman.
Where is it?
Oh, not me.
Oh Lord. I'm
So
somebody
let's
mama,
get.
y'all.
So just to kind of like get while you get
I got it.
the you good.
Yeah, I
All
got
right,
it.
girl. Go ahead. Hold on, I'm gonna put you back.
Today is
Can y'all
now,
hear?
what's today? What's today?
Can y'all hear?
Wednesday
Yes.
the 15th.
My days is like all confused. Okay, so today's Wednesday, the 15th. I'm actually on my way to go get these fillers dissolved from my cheeks and from my jawline because enough is enough. It all has to come out. And that's just simple as that. I'm gonna record the whole thing. I had like looked up a few things. Only thing that I heard that was like negative was that it just burns a lot. So, or stings. I ain't even worried about no stinging. I just want it out. Oh, look, see, I retired the sharp stiletto nails. Now I have, some little cute Angela White nails. All right, I'm gonna record the whole thing, so I'm excited. All right, guys. So I just arrived. I'm so excited about taking these fillers out. Like, what is this? Come on. Like, what is that? What is that? Girl, bye. I'm walking in the door. Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I am here to take out these fillers.
Okay, we're ready for you.
You are? Right, I could just walk straight to the back?
Well, actually, no. Let's clean
I was about to say, I'm like, oh. All right, so I'm waiting right now. All right, you guys, so I just got to the doctor's office. Say hello.
Hi.
Isn't she so beautiful? Thank you. So today I'm going to be basically,
Dissolving.
I want to dissolve all of it.
Okay.
Just dissolve it.
Fresh. Go back to baseline.
Back to the baseline.
Back to baseline.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So what's inspiring you to do all of this?
Honestly, I'm just tired of, first of all, I'm tired of the look and it's just not flattering. It's just not what I look like. It like totally changed my
Change your
face. And I'm ready to get back to Angela. Like Blac Chyna, like Blac Chyna's Blac Chyna, you know what I mean? And I feel like I've outgrown that.
Yeah.
And it's just time for like a change. And I just wanna be good. You know, even when I would get my makeup done, even when I would like get my makeup done, even when I would get my makeup done, they would contour it so it would be even more dramatic.
Yeah.
So I'll be looking like Jigsaw.
All right. Okay.
Woo.
It's an evolution, right? It's an
Yes.
evolution of Blac Chyna. She is going back to, you heard her say Angela White, which is her birth name. Blac Chyna hit the scene as a teenager. I think she was sliding down the pole, and she got some rapper got her pregnant, and she was born. And her mama, what her mama do? She a
Talk
mess.
about
Is she a dancer too?
She was right.
Tokyo.
So it was in her blood. It was in her blood. But she's grown up. She's I think 33 or 35 years old, and she's like, I'm gonna let them young girls have it. And so here we are. So this is what I know for sure. The nails, she got the claws, she got the eyelashes, she got the lips, the hips, the cheeks, she got a jawline done, she got this sucked out.
She
Why
got
do
the
y'all think she
silicone in
would
the
do
butt.
something like that? I mean, because it sounds like she created a character effectively, right? Because she talked about it like it was a third person. So why do y'all think she would go through all of that? Because that sounds expensive to get it and even more expensive to get rid of it.
So here's what I think I know about the rise of Blac Chyna, right? So I want to say she came like into prominence as like a lookalike to like Nicki Minaj and like one of her videos or something like that. And that's how a lot of people like kind of like noticed her. And she's from DC. She's a DMV girl. And I was about to say no Tokyo Tony slander will be tolerated because I love Tokyo.
Tokyo is crazy.
She's
He
crazy
is crazy.
and entertaining. To me, that just tell you what kind of low levels I be on sometimes. But and of course, yes, she's so Blac Chyna. So her and Tiger hooked up at some point, and she ended up having a son from him. And then, of course, the infamous Kardashian family. She had a son with Rob Kardashian. But just that whole rise of her. You asked what would make her want to do
Yeah,
that.
why do you think that she would go to such extremes? Because she's shared over the last, I guess, week, she's been sharing this journey. I remember when she made the post saying that she was going to do it because she started talking about the nails. She was like, and she said she got rid of her OnlyFans, and everybody was like, "What? That's millions of dollars." She's like, "Yeah, it's okay. I have to move on. I'm ready to move on. I'm getting rid of the nails. I'm gonna let the young girls have it." She just, I mean, she really explained like all of the things she was going to get done. So she shared inside views, like when she went to go get the silicone out of her bottom. She talked about that morning. She got the breast reduced. She talked about that. I mean, it's been really a very refreshing journey to watch over the last week, and I think that's why so many women are captivated by it, and they're watching everything that she's posting because it's like you literally are transforming. Y'all remember the episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air when he was stuck in the basement?
Sitting in
Um,
the
In the
tri-
least,
Stuck in the basement.
yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Talking about going out of my mind because I thought she was fine. Don't know if
Yes.
her body is her.
Oh
It
my
is,
goodness.
you know. But she shared pictures of herself when she was in high school. She was always a cute girl.
Speaking
Yeah.
I
of,
just don't understand.
so speaking of, just to kind of explain the thumbnail a little bit, I'm gonna pull it up so everybody can see, like kind of like the before the rise, and then at the height of it, of Angela, aka Blac Chyna. So what you see there on the left hand side of the screen is what she called, I mean, her mother named her Angela, so I'm gonna call her Angela, right? But that was like kind of before all the fame and fortune, right? And then of course she transformed or morphed into Blac Chyna, and she in the video, pretty much stated these are like two separate people, right?
Yeah.
Two separate people. You like Blac Chyna, that character, that person, is basically time to retire her. But you asked the question, and I'll pull this back down. You asked the question of what initially makes someone feel like they want to get plastic surgery. And I feel like it's a myriad of things, and a lot of it has to do with like the standard of beauty here in America. A lot of pressure from outside entities, especially as Black women. A lot of the pressures of when it comes to like the color of our skin and how we present ourselves, and being curvaceous or not so curvaceous, or what's
Right.
attractive or appealing to
The masses.
yeah, to the masses and the opposite sex, right? I mean, that's kind of what fuels a lot of this from both sides. And I think with her starting out as a stripper and being in DC and just trying to like be something, right? Make money, a lot. not be on the street. I think a lot of that, without the covering and protection of her own self love and her own self worth, allow for her to go under the knife like that. Um, and I'll be honest with you, I don't necessarily think that I would go as extreme as she did. Like I'm never gonna touch this face or anything like that. But I can understand the pressures of society, and especially how they fall on Black women, and what makes someone who is not as, I guess, strong-minded and doesn't necessarily have that much self-worth. I don't even want to say that, right? I can see why there are women and men who will go under the knife. And I'm not saying that they're not strong-minded and they don't have self-worth, but I can understand why that happened.
I was
Yeah.
thinking it was probably a lot to do with too. If she did come out like with the Nicki Minaj situation, trying to be like Nicki. Nicki got a lot of work, but recently we found out that Nicki got things done because of who Lil Wayne or Drake or whoever was in the studio, and they were looking at women that looked a certain way,
Hmm.
and her body wasn't like that, and that kind of influenced her to get some work done.
Right.
Wow.
Blac Chyna comes in, she sees Nicki getting this attention, getting the fame, getting the status, then that's kind of like what influenced her to maybe, get some of the work done that she did. But the whole face part, I can't really come up with an excuse for that. But, and maybe to look a little different, try to stand out in a certain kind of way. So her
Looks
mama,
younger.
yeah, yeah. But it wasn't a big difference really in her face to me. It looked a little, jaw looked a little
Visuals.
stronger.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know why you would stronger jaw. But the other stuff, the eyebrows, the makeup, that she could have done a lot of that with makeup on her face, to be honest.
The nose
But
contouring. Mm-hmm.
yeah, but the body was crazy. But that did seem like it was a fad at the time. Because all
Yeah.
of everybody's getting these big butts with no thighs. I don't know if y'all know how I feel about that.
Okay.
Because shout out to Tiny,
Look
K
like watermelon
Michelle,
sitting on.
all of them.
Shout out to him for sure. No,
Yes.
I was thinking about the first big butt that I remember was Delicious. Y'all remember Delicious from
Oh, that
Flavor
was
Flav?
real.
But
But
that was
hers was
That
real.
was a
That's what
real
I
one.
was gonna say. Hers was real. But I vividly remember being in college, sitting in our
Yes.
apartment, and us being like, "What?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!" And it was different. It was. She had a
hold on.
small waist. Delicious.
Yeah, but what made you say what? Oh my God! What
It
was
was
what?
it was big.
It
It
was
was some. It was
gigantic.
I ain't never seen nothing like that
It was
Oh,
before.
girl,
proportional
you ain't
though.
bust before.
Exactly, exactly, exactly. It was proportional, but it was just something like very noticeable. Like, damn, okay.
I
But
guess
then
like
all of a sudden, it started kind of being everywhere. Like this was before Kim Kardashian was Kim Kardashian. It was, and so now you have 20 literally 20 years of pop culture stars bleeding their lives into the fabric of regular society, where regular girls are going and they're getting shots. Cardi B talked about getting these shots. Like, it was a woman that went to jail because she was doing the hotel parties and pumping what
cement.
was it, cement, fix a flat or something,
Mm-hmm.
all types of things, and people were dying. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Cardi B went to one of those kind of situations. And so I say that to say, now that these celebrities are getting rid of it, and K Michelle has told us it costs hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Your insurance is not paying for this. Where does that leave the rest of us?
Just
Right.
say no.
What
Just
they
say
what
no.
they talking about in the chat though?
Let's see.
What's
Let's
that
get
mean?
back to it, guys. Think about this. Common sense expert, he says, I admit I'm afraid to go under the knife. We know most of y'all are.
Yeah.
If I can't get it off at the gym, then I'm stuck with it. Okay. So that means though, if you could
You would.
have the procedure, then you would. You trying to get those abdominals? You want a 12 pack, a 6 pack? Let us know. The entertainment industry will give you everything you need to destroy yourself. That is exactly right. They'll give you, access to all these surgeries. They'll give you drugs. Don't take fentanyl. If you don't know what this drug is, shout out to Prince. My sexy is strong says, evening, ladies in chat. Welcome.
Hey,
This is a lady. She knows how to work it out. Do it the right way. Do it the natural way. Y'all check out her channel, My Sexy is Strong. Welcome to the My Unsolicited Opinion podcast. Y'all heard
yes.
how fast I said that? It rolled right off. I'm going to mess it up by 8 more times. My Sexy Strong says, like the video. Y'all like it up. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel, guys. She says, absolutely, Ty. I don't even remember. I should do
Society
better.
pressure, the societal pressures of the standard of beauty, and
Yes.
and trying to live up to that.
It's crazy because they want to have a big butt, but they want to be skinny like the thin. Say thin, I feel like that's politically correct. Like the non-melanated people, but you also want the butt like the melanated people. You got to pick a struggle. You can't do that. Tell y'all, if I need to see a gradual curve from the butt cheek to the thigh. It needs
Not
to
a
be
shape, not
gradual. I don't need to see
a
a shelf.
shelf.
You can't have like your shorts loose around the bottom and they tight around the butt. That look
Like
crazy.
an ant, like you got on a diaper, girl.
That looks crazy, y'all. I'm
Let me
telling you
stop.
right now. It looks beautiful. Anyway, um, the common sense expert, he says, do y'all remember I'm gonna get you sucker? The
Yeah.
girl took off everything.
Yes.
She did. Oh my goodness. It's
He
like
had one leg. She was
like literally everything. Literally.
the wig. She was
Literally.
on it.
My sexy strong says that's what I thought of, common sense. Yes. The thighs never match. They don't. And they should. I think that's a nice way to see it, right? They should match.
Watermelon
They
sitting on
should.
toothpicks.
That
Can't
looks
afford that.
interesting.
It
I
costs
say
too
that
much.
to get it like right, because I'm like, look, I need to be shaped like this. Can you mold that stuff once you stick that silicone in there? But anyway, my sexy and strong also says my cousin got the shots around 2011, 2012. A nurse came to her house.
Mm-mm.
What kind of nurse?
Hmm.
Hello, nurse.
Hello. Okay. Lisa, the housewife, she says, hello, ladies in chat. Hello, Lisa from the Wise Club. How you doing tonight?
Hey,
Welcome to the My
Lisa.
Unsolicited Opinion podcast. She says, what about the maintenance of the
The
implants
real
and
thing.
shots years later? Because they do. Gravity takes over on those girls, on a lot of them. You got to
And
get them
Well, what? I
redone.
mean, will they have to get it taken out? Because I mean, what do you look like when you 60?
so
They fill them back up, don't they? They can refill the
I did
silicone.
hear China. As far as the fillers go, now I've said this before. So I got surgery. So I got a chin implant, and I got a fat transfer. So I got a little bit of fat taken out of my stomach and put into my cheeks because they
what?
said, huh?
Go ahead. Go ahead. No, finish.
No, so that because they were like, as you turn, like once you turn 25, it starts to kind of like go
Oh,
down,
the
right?
bad
So
news.
I just felt like I just looked so tired all of the time. And so they just put a little bit of fat right up in here, and that's that. So it's all me. I mean, well, not that chin implant, but I mean, it's all me. But the point of the story is, I don't have to do anything like to maintain it. Like I eat enough. I don't think my cheeks ever gonna go down. Yeah.
I
So,
guess the
but
question is,
China,
you know,
China was saying that she was trying to get it dissolved and she had to go back multiple times because she had gotten, the shots or the filler on top of filler on top of filler. So it was like layers over years and years and years. And so she just is a mess. Yeah, the maintenance is gotta be expensive.
but here's my question, Joy. My question would be, so when did you get that done?
During the pandemic in 21,
Okay.
no, in 2020.
Okay, and I know you said the for the fat was because you were looking tired and you wanted to not look tired
Hmm.
all the time. And then, but let me ask you a question about the chin because that I don't want to say that's different, but to me in my mind it's a little different. What made you do that?
It is actually one of the most common cosmetic procedures, and they
Hmm.
usually pair it with was it nasoplasty?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You didn't have a
they
deep
usually do
septum,
both.
did you?
Did you have a nose job too?
Mm-mm, no, no, no. It's
Oh.
just because what happens is a lot of people get in the way that it was explained. And I follow some doctor in Atlanta. She's really good, and all she does is fillers. That's her entire thing. But what they talk about is when you're talking about beauty, it's all about symmetry
Yeah.
and making your features the most symmetrical and making sure like your if like my chin, it was like kind of recessed, so it made my lips look bigger than they were, it made my nose look bigger than it was like, but so they just gave me a chin implant, and so my profile looks better, like from the
Mhm.
side it looks more balanced. And then, like I said, as far as the cheeks go, it balanced that, and it helps the light reflect off my cheeks and everything like that. And then the my eyes, like I said, I was like, wow, like I went from never wearing makeup to like, okay, let me put some makeup on in the house. Like, what's going on?
So you
So
said
yeah.
one thing. You said something about symmetry. Like this
Hmm.
standard of beauty is like symmetry,
Hmm.
and
It's a mathematical formula.
right, this mathematical formula of beauty. And growing up, I've always been taught. And I ain't gonna leave you hanging out there, girl. Just give me a moment. I'm gonna work up to it. Um, I've always been taught like beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. What's within is has to be beautiful first and foremost, right? And then that will shine through who you are. And you may
Mhm.
not be pretty to everyone or whatever, attracted to everyone, but you know don't change you, right?
Mhm.
I feel like my mom, my parents kind of like instilled that in me. So of course, as going through as a teen, you go through ups and downs, highs and lows of am I pretty, am I not pretty? Why doesn't anyone like me? Why all of a sudden are they liking me? Like what? Just that whole the ins and outs of just being going through puberty, your teenage years, and even as adults, right? Even as
Mhm.
women, it's this thing about hitting some type of wall, and you're no longer as pretty as
Not the wall.
walls they have built that I just like to hop over that thing. But like you're not as pretty as you used to be when you were 21 and vibrant, and so all of these things. And I guess my point of it all is even these type of women and men who've grown up always confident in themselves, they everyone goes through those ebbs and flows of how they feel about themselves. But
Yes.
what makes a person go the extra mile to actually start cutting or going I don't want to say cutting, going
I'm
under.
trying to find my before and after pictures.
Oh, that would be great, girl. Come
Oh,
on.
I'm trying
awesome
to find my
sauce.
before because
Yes.
they're on my doctor's Instagram. I
Right.
remember he put me on there. I'm trying to find them. I'll find them.
The thing is,
But
why is symmetry the standard of beauty, right? Like, why?
mhm,
I know it's a mathematical formula and
yeah.
everything like that, but in other countries outside the U.S., other things are considered beautiful. Like,
Mhm.
I had a soldier who was from a country in Africa, and I can't remember which one. But he told me, he said gap teeth was like a sign of
Yeah.
beauty. Like
Mhm.
you had a gap in the front, it was like royalty. It was like beauty. It was like,
Mhm.
and he would talk about it so much, like I thought he was getting turned on just thinking about someone with the gap teeth. And me as a child, we used to always make for gap tooth, whatever, right? But
Hmm.
as an adult, and I see a lot of people, I'm like, no, that's like unique to them,
But it's
right?
not like a nose ring, right?
Hmm.
Like a nose ring or any piercings. Like
Right.
different cultures have different definitions or
Standards
standards of
of
beauty.
beauty.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Even
it,
with the corsets. That's
right.
old school. That's hundreds of years old where the
Oh my
women would have
The,
a little
the foot binding,
and the
uh,
yeah.
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
like that, and it's just like, so people have been going the extra mile for centuries is what we're
Mhm.
saying, right?
Right.
The foot binding, all like all of the things,
Wearing wigs, just FYI too.
I just
wearing
love it.
wigs, makeup,
Yeah.
all of that. Um, but here in the United States, I feel like a lot of the standard of beauty, or at least for a very, very, very long time, right, was this quote unquote non-melanated woman, blonde hair, blue eyes, thin Coca-Cola bottle figure, Betty Boop, Marilyn
Mhm.
Monroe, type of woman. And for a long time, we as black women, I mean, I would say just, I don't want to say innately, but we had to internalize that was the beauty standard,
Mhm.
right? Until you going through the I'm black and I'm proud, that whole movement, and kind of trying to reassure ourselves as a people, black men and women, that we are, like, black is beautiful,
And the
right?
gentrification of our blackness.
Okay.
Mm.
And then we started to move into these eras, and now, like you said, Joy, we move up to the 2000s, and now you seeing, well, now, even before that, because Sir Mix-a-Lot had a good old song that was
Did.
platinum, that he liked big butts,
I
and he
cannot lie.
lie about it, right? So, just that, through '90s, and now you're seeing, like, black women who've always, I feel like, collectively have always been, like, shapely. I mean, we can go
Yes.
back for a long, long time, right? And we were shamed for it, right?
Yes.
We're fat, we're obese, we're overweight. Look
Mhm.
at the thighs, look at the butt,
Look at the.
what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Voluptuous, we're,
Mhm.
big lips, big nose, all of these
Yes.
things, right? So now we move into well, and plastic surgery's been around for a very long time. But I just think it was being baseline on one particular standard of beauty, and now it's being baseline on another
Mhm.
particular standard of beauty that was shamed at for a very, very, very long time in the world. And that is kind of where I take uh, issue with, right? Because now you have non-melanated people trying to look like melanated people. You have people on TikTok blackfishing. You have the Kardashians of the world. I mean, they don't even look the same. You
They've
know,
been robbing us of our culture. They,
right?
we like I said, they made us feel embarrassed for looking a certain kind of way, and now it's like, but you doing it? What's up with
And
that?
it goes so far as to, like, black women ourselves. Now we're thinking like we don't even look like ourselves, and so now we're going under the knife to look more like ourselves, right?
Right.
So now we're black women, Blac Chyna, for getting the lip fillers, and getting the butt implants. And yes, every black woman doesn't have a big butt. We know that. Like, that's facts, right? But it's just like, okay. So I told you I wasn't gonna leave you out there on a limb, Joy, but I also have had plastic surgery, not on my face or anything like that, but on my body. And I will say this, now that I think about it, my was, oh no, like, I had a baby, and she was well fed.
Ah,
Get them back to a place that
where
they
they supple again.
were. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like to get things back to where they once were, and
Mhm.
so I did that as well. And I think Lisa mentioned in the chat, like, the maintenance and things like that. There is maintenance, with that. But why? My question is to myself now is like, did I have to do that? No, I didn't have to do that.
Oh, I want that. Oh,
Um,
it's on the list.
I didn't have to do it, but something in me was like, no, you got to do it.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And that's all transparency. Something was like, yeah, no, like, girl, you know
It's
what I
available. It's an option.
Mhm.
mean? Right? It's an option. I got the means to do so, and so I did so. Do I regret it? I don't. Not one bit.
Okay.
Mhm.
I don't.
Exactly.
But I can see how people take it too far. And
Yeah.
men go through the same thing. Because
Yes. Yes.
I'll pull it up. Um, here, like, everyone thinks this is like some, black woman, or not even black woman, just a woman's issue, like, oh, plastic
Yeah.
surgery. Yes, I think probably mostly women go under the knife to come to that standard of beauty, but there are men out there who do the same thing, and they fall under, I mean, I don't know if it's the same pressures, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I'm not a man, so I can't speak to it. And if there are men in the chat, definitely speak to it. If you felt like there was a pressure for you to look a certain way, and what that stemmed from. But men are getting abs put
Yes.
Mhm.
in. They're getting butts,
They're getting calves.
calves.
They're getting
Like my,
penile. You know.
yep, and
They're also getting hair transplants because I want to put
They
that in there too.
definitely are doing that, yeah.
They're getting hair transplants. They're
And this
getting
stuff is
wigs.
expensive.
Yes, yes. And I mean, would y'all even think about like when you get your sweat glands removed? A lot of people do that kind of stuff too.
get
Do
the
what?
sweat glands
Your
removed.
sweat glands, yeah, because they don't want to sweat. Yeah,
What you mean? Like,
like
isn't
you
that
know,
healthy?
I don't know exactly how it goes, but
Oh,
I
like
do
for the people that like they have what like a
like a
hyper. Oh,
perspiration,
yeah.
whatever the situation is, or people just don't want to be sweating.
Oh.
They
Oh,
just,
I feel like you end up like having like clogged pores or something. I don't know.
it's. I don't
Yeah,
think
that sounds weird. That
I
sounds
do know people
concerning. But
gotta do
at
that.
this point, I'm convinced doctors will do anything.
Yes.
Yeah, and
I
and
got my
there's
pictures though,
somebody.
y'all. I found the pictures.
Let's check your out, Joy.
I found the pictures. So I got. Oh God, I don't know how to.
So while you're looking for that, let's
Oh,
go to the chat.
I
Yes.
got
What
it.
are they saying?
It said something about a screen preference, so I'm gonna take it as a sign. Share
I'm pro
screen.
surgery. My sex is strong. She said, I just believe people need to not cross the line of looking fake.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yes,
Right.
but some people, that's their goal, though. That's their goal. They want to look like some kind of cat tiger
Yeah, because
person.
I'm gonna tell you, Joy, if you never said that, and like, it's not like I've seen like all of your before pictures, or whatever, but if you never said that, nothing about you I felt like, oh, she got a fake chin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No,
Or
I
like,
mean that's a
like
natural
the,
thing. But just like I would get a mommy. I can't share it because it says something about a screen preference. I don't know what. But no, I would do like the mommy makeover, like to get my breasts lifted. Um, and like I've been trying to lose weight lately, but my stomach is like it's like I got Dunlap syndrome. Like I'm belly
That's
Dunlap
the shelf from,
over
it's the
myself.
C-section.
now here's
It's,
here
Yeah.
was my hard fast rule.
Yes.
I will only go under the knife for things that I could not fix in the gym.
Hmm.
And that was my thing. So if it was a gut, then that means I need to go and do, I say sit-ups, but do something. I need to go and do something in the gym. If it was my arms, that to me, that's gym. But what I had done was not gym. Doesn't matter how much I lift, I bench, or how much I ran, or anything like that. The gym was not going
Oh,
to help that.
can you
oh,
see
there you
it?
go. Yeah.
So like I look tired. Like my cheeks are.
Oh no, you gotta pull it up.
You can't see it.
Hold on, I got you. I'm gonna add it. There we
Yeah,
It
go.
the
says
woman.
stop. Okay, because clearly I.
There we go.
Oh,
You on there?
Joy,
Huh?
you can see the difference. Yeah.
So stop sharing. I need to stop sharing.
No, no,
No,
you
we can
we
see
got
it.
it.
Okay,
We see you. So
got
go
it.
ahead and tell us about it.
No, so like I said, I got my cheeks done, like up here. Like if you look towards like my eye, like the top of my eye, what he was saying was like, oh, you have a low eyelid. Your lower eyelid is long. I was like, what? And so it kind of goes down. I don't know if y'all can see
Did
like
you
what
go
kind of
into Did you go into that looking for some eye stuff?
No, I originally started because I was like, what about my chin? So if you look from the side, right? Like my chin is kind of recessed, so it goes back. It's not prominent. So
Mm-hmm.
like my jawline isn't like defined. You see what I'm saying?
Right now, I
Yeah,
understand what
I
you said.
see it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And so, mind you, I did this during the pandemic. Okay, like I literally was sitting here bored, so I got
Oh,
furniture from my living room. I got all, and so I was like, you know what? I'm off. Ain't nobody gonna see me. So I went online, found Dr. Colbert went in what we talked on the phone, and I mean on a Zoom, and he did a consultation on a Zoom call, and he was like, well, what do you think about, your cheeks? And I was like, what about them? And it's funny because I always thought about Jada Pinkett's cheek implants, and it was something that I wanted. But I will tell you what initially started this whole thing. If I'm gonna tell you the whole truth, what initially started this whole thing, y'all remember that show Extreme Makeover?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In the early 2000s, not the
Yes.
home edition, but it was an extreme makeover where
On TLC.
they would do everything, like people's eyes, nose,
Oh
lips,
yeah.
teeth. They would everything, right,
Mm-hmm.
all the way down, and the people would lose weight and get liposuction, everything. And that's when I was like, oh, look at her chin. And ever since then I was like, I want one. And so I was kind of worried about the downtime, but it was quick. Like, I literally, we did the consultation on the internet. And so I went in, like at noon. I was out. So I worked that morning. I went in at noon. I was done by 2 o'clock. I was home by 5 o'clock. And I was under full anesthesia because they took fat out of my stomach to put into my face. So I full anesthesia. And
You look like
I
Michael.
got up and I went to work the next day.
Did you look like Michael Jackson all wrapped up in bandages?
No, it wasn't. It was the tiniest incision. It was they glued it. They didn't even give me a band-aid. They glued it.
Wow. So did you choose the chin?
Yes. Well,
'Cause
when
I
I
feel like
woke
you got a
up,
little cleft. My
no,
my
when I
daughter got
woke
a little
up,
bit of a booty cheek. A
no,
little
Right,
cleft.
no,
My
right.
that's just
daughter got
me.
that.
Looking
Yeah,
like
that's just me.
that.
Okay.
Moving.
But when I woke up, he was like, "Oh, I had to do an extra large." I said, "Extra large? What?" So, I mean, he put them in, took them out, like tried different sizes or whatever, and this is what I ended up with.
I feel
Now,
like you got upsold though. I think you went in for the cheeks and went in for the chin and
I
got
definitely got
upsold.
upsold.
Yeah.
Absolutely, he did his job.
But I
Like,
think also
absolutely,
you have to beware of
absolutely,
that. Not saying you because
absolutely.
I
But to your point, that is probably what
what
happened.
happens.
But because if you think, like I said, it's a proportional thing. He's like,
It makes sense
that would
though.
be fine, but it would be better. You know what I mean? It's like,
So now you said this is
do
a
you
woman, a
can you
woman
get
that
the burger without the fries? Like,
so you
Can
said
I get
this
some
was a woman
fries
that
with
did
this
your oh
shake
no,
and
it was a
shake?
man. I'm sorry. A man that
it
did
was
your
a man, yes, and
okay.
he's a white man.
And he was white.
He's a white man, yes.
Hmm.
He was a white man.
I want to
Yes.
know what if you and so I would want to know if you went to a black man or woman what they would have told you.
If I
I don't know. I mean, I would honestly, I would bet the same thing. Cause I mean,
yeah.
I was obsessive about my research. I went to
Yeah.
realself.com. I mean, I lived on it till 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning every night. I mean, on the website, looking at pictures, befores and afters and stories and looking at the reviews. I mean, I was on YouTube. It was an obsession. And I mean, it's just those things they go together. Like I said, it's
I
like
think
usually they'll do, like I said, the nose and the chin. And what a lot of people don't realize is in a lot of those before and afters, when they'll be like, oh, look at this person's nose job, they don't tell you the other things that the person got. But they'll pair those things together.
I think that's common. I think that's common too.
Yeah, they absolutely.
Yeah.
But then they'll be like, oh, look at that nose job. It's like, yeah, but,
I
you
think
know.
it's common too, especially when like with what is it like the this is like the 360
Lipo 360.
is it Lipo 360 whatever it is the whole mommy makeover, especially when it comes to like breast implants. I think that people get upsold, right? And so you may go in thinking like, oh, I need is just like a little lift. I don't want, I like my size or whatever. But then all of a sudden, they might come in with some little bags full of, whatever it is they're filled with, saline, silicone, whatever, right? and they're saying that, and they start placing it up against you. You're like, oh, but I've always felt like when it came to white people, it was always like, oh, make a bag. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
you got your Pam Andersons from back in the day, right? You got your what's shorty that married the old dude that passed away.
Anna Nicole Smith.
Yeah.
Nicole's. I used to watch Jerry Springer in the '90s, and
And the Playboy with Hugh Hefner. What's your? Yeah.
those women used to come on Jerry Springer with the huge, humongous, or even like Jenny Jones implants and
Yes.
like you know what I mean. And I just thought it was so unnatural. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
like no. And so I feel like you know, I feel like if you not you personally, but if you go to someone of your same culture, I'll say that you might get like a different perspective. Not saying they won't upsell you, right? Because you might go to the one in Atlanta and they be like, you want a booty too, right? You know what I mean? Like they like a little peach out here. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I'm not saying they're not gonna upsell you, but it's just like they might not sell you on the lip and oh the nose, right?
But I do think some of that stuff is like standard though. Like she
The
said.
Asian, well, the lady I told you I follow on Instagram in Atlanta, and like I said, all she does is injections. I can't remember her name, but she's an Asian lady, and she will openly tell you, "Don't come to me if you're not gonna do 100% of what I tell you to do."
Is she
And
not?
period.
And she's booked out for a year.
Oh, I'm sure. But was she like a doc, like a MD, like MD? Oh, okay, okay,
Some of
okay.
these people do have good training
Yeah.
though, you know.
And she's like, I'm not going to touch you. If you don't do everything that I tell you, I'm not. Because, I mean, think about you walking around with her name on your face. You know what I mean?
That's
And
true.
she'll be like, okay, I had to do, so many syringes here or whatever, CCs, whatever. I did the lips and then they, like, you could do like, Portia did a liquid nose job where they'll fill in just like if you had like a little hump or something like
She
that.
did.
Yeah, they do that stuff all the time. They
Yeah.
do these little injectable. I'm telling you, like it's a whole thing. And so for me, I even asked. I said, "Well, why wouldn't I just do filler?" And he was like, "Well, one, your fat is natural, so you don't have to worry about anything. It's
Right.
nothing, unhealthy." He said, two. He said, one. Well, with the injections, he said you can place them exactly where you want them to go. That's the benefit of that. However, you spend 15, 1,700, $2,000, and you got to come back in 18 months or 12 months.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So, it's kind of like one of you have to keep it up. But when you start talking about Jenny Jones, I thought about something. I remember Jenny Jones will always be like, "Oh my God, my breast can't, my breast implants gave me cancer. Oh no, 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 never, never, please don't do it, don't
Yeah,
do it, don't do it."
back then.
And that's the only thing I ever remember. Like that, honest shout out to Jenny Jones. That stuck with me.
Mm.
That did. I mean, it immediately made me like, oh, okay, I better not ever do
No
anything
breast
like that.
implants.
Like I was the kid that believed the truth campaign when they told people don't smoke. Like, and
Yeah.
like we had Dare in school. You remember Dare?
Yes. Yes. Just say no. Yes.
My school resource officer, his name is Officer Horsley. I will never forget. That man was like, if you take drugs one time, it could,
You could
ruin
die.
you.
Mm-hmm.
I said, okay,
Yes.
you ain't got to tell me more than once. Thank you.
Right.
But
I
no,
see.
I'm the part. But no, so when she started talking about like the silicone, and I realized that the women are getting silicone in their body, and it's not like encasing anything. I'm like, well, wait a minute.
Mm.
What happens? Like, how do, does that give you cancer? Like, what else comes along with it? Because as Blac Chyna was telling her story, you got Tokyo Tony on the other side you doing her post, and she was like, she didn't tell y'all the whole truth. Like that's fine that she doing it. She said, but she ain't telling y'all the whole truth. She ain't tell y'all how she had golf balls in her ass. I was
Oh
like,
God, Tokyo. That's why I said no Tokyo slander will be tolerated. No.
I mean,
Her
Jesus
mom is crazy.
Christ. But I mean, it's maybe she got, some health issues.
Could
I
be
don't
blood
know.
clots a lot of times too.
Blood
Have a lot.
clots.
Yeah.
What you
because of the
talking about,
silicone.
Alan? Because
What? Huh?
I said I thought you was about to say something.
Oh, I was. I be going down the deep end. We can see what they got going on in the chat, but yeah, the blood clot
Before you do
situation.
that, though, I do want to give a shout out to the Real Bravado Network for coming through and blessing us with the $25 cash app.
Yes.
So I
Ooh,
appreciate that. Thank you. I played the little cha-ching sound.
thank you.
Thank
So thank you
you.
much, TJ, on supporting this channel. We really, really, really appreciate you. Y'all need to go check out his channel as well.
Yes.
His channel, he's talking about all the things when it comes to just relationship dating, men, and how to be better men, as well, and just kind of get into the thick of things and trying to find some solutions to some deep causes. And so definitely check out the Real Bravado Network. We thank you so much for supporting us on this channel here today.
Yes, he is a big supporter of the channel. Thank you so much, Real Bravado
Thank
Network.
you.
Yes.
And y'all go check out this channel for sure.
Yes. So, ladies, my sexy is strong. She says wigs and makeup have been around forever. Get it
Wigs were
together,
for
guys.
old women though.
Hmm?
Like
And each of
Men
they
used
was
to
in,
have
they
men.
and
were
each
for old women.
yeah, once to be honest though, really like people got so many issues with the wigs and stuff, but that's what they wear in the movies.
Oh,
It
girl,
be
Tyler
Yeah.
Perry. Them Tyler Perry.
in all the movies. That don't mean the people real hair.
I'm
They
just saying.
think everybody on
Yeah.
Soul Train had real hair. Come on now.
Yeah.
My sex is strong said then it became Twiggy. Twiggy was Twiggy or
Yes,
like body shape Twiggy. Yes. Here we
yes.
go. The King Lemuel podcast. He says, I don't like wigs or extensions. When I find out it's not your hair, I feel like I've been deceived. Makeup is okay as long as it doesn't make you look like a completely different person. King, I wonder.
You got a
I,
beard.
I wonder.
Oh, you could
I wonder
definitely get
about.
beard fish with a hat. Oh my God.
Don't
Kids
be
come
wearing
out
these
looking like,
hats.
whose child is that?
King, do you have a beard? I'm not saying you beard fishing, but do you have one? Because that's a thing.
That is a thing. And these men getting braids and extensions and wigs. Have y'all seen these people
A
get
lot more.
these men getting these sew-ins and wigs put on the same way, looking like they got a fade, low cut Caesar. They catfishing.
I ain't mad at it though.
I mean,
I
I ain't
think it's
judging
it's gonna
because
take some time for society to adjust to the idea, but I ain't mad at it.
I think it's
But
happening all the time and we just don't know it.
it's a
It's
lot of
like
things
'cause theirs be
targeted out
late. They
there.
be late too.
But I wonder how much does it cost? Because I'm sure y'all seen like where they'll like the dude that had like they'll
Like
take the
the
hair out the pack and they'll like glue it on and then they'll cut it like a regular haircut and it do
yeah.
waves and everything and
So not for nothing, my when I used to frequent getting my hair cut, my barber, female barber, she used to do the wig, like the man
Mhm.
wigs,
Okay.
right? And if I pull
Hello.
up her Instagram, she's fire, like
Mhm.
fire. If you're ever in Baltimore, you need to hit up Max Styles, okay? Because she's fire with it. You would not know, ladies. You would not know whether or not those waves were his
I've
or
seen them.
if that's something that Max did. I
Yeah.
promise you, you go to her Instagram, it's Max Styles. Men, if you're in that situation, and
That's your girl. Holla at her.
Yes.
yes, and then
I
here's
love
the
it.
thing: she also used to do wigs and things for alopecia patients,
Yep. Yep. A lot of yep.
and she
Mhm.
took not insurance, but I don't know if it's care credit, something like that.
No,
Yeah.
I think it might be insurance.
I
It
don't
might
know
be.
if that's
Yeah.
insurance versus like medical
Like
credit.
health.
I'm
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
Okay.
I leave that to the doctor. NAllen, what is that? You know?
I don't know. They can't use that for the drugs though.
Oh, you can't get that for
Whatever
the
it is, it might be some kind of like a Medicare plan, some kind of
right,
plan
right.
like
And
that.
so
Okay.
she would take that. Like that's how I mean, because she was like certified in what she did, and
Yeah.
she was able to take
And it's
that.
a health condition too.
It's a health condition, so she would be able. And I'm telling you, Max, you need to hit up Max if you ever in Baltimore, and if you're one of them dudes, that wanna get that old thing back.
Hmm.
When I say
Change your life.
as a listen, I've had hair down my back, and now you can call me a bald headed scallywag. I don't care what you call me, right? When I tell you, you cannot tell.
Mhm.
I mean, you cannot tell whether or not that was a man wig or not.
They be getting braids and dreads
Yeah, and she
and
does it
waves, all of it.
dread
So
braids, and you would not know. You know how some wigs you can tell, like if they parted, you can kind of see the difference.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No, she is fire.
yes. Man, people
Hmm.
need to do whatever they need to do to have a better quality of life. We not here to judge.
I ain't judging nobody.
Get your man wigs. Can you get on board? Because some of these men, they don't be on board for real, but then they get on the plan. Like, oh, that ain't bad. Like, I know, I told you. What else? Let's see. Um, what can is it? Did I read that? I don't believe long hair is an attribute of non-melanated people. I know lots of melanated people who have long hair.
Exactly.
They do. So that's why it's like, don't be
Mhm.
saying that people are trying to be like somebody else.
They
We
do.
just doing what we feel is good at the time. That's just what you like. Because it ain't, like I said, and the melanated people, they also wear their clip-ins, their wigs, their weaves,
Oh,
all of those things as
absolutely. That's
well.
that's where we got the microlinks from.
Yep.
They used to be
Okay.
called, I think, Fusion or whatever before
Fusion.
back in the day, and now we
Britney
get the
Spears
microlinks.
back in the day
They
used to.
mad because we got on board with the tape ins and all them too.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Yes. My
We need
sex is strong, so
to.
I'll be doing the same, Ty. What, getting in the gym? Yeah, I don't know what she talking about.
Getting
Lisa
into the gym.
says,
That's what she talking about. You don't see that? You don't see that profile pic? Babe, yes,
yes.
yeah, she. I know she got guns on her.
Lisa says, yes, my sister did that due to back issues. She always had large breasts.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
know, people got to do what they need to do.
And
Celeste. Go ahead, Ty.
no, I'm saying in the military, it's a condition, especially with women who have large breasts, and it starts to give you back problems. They'll
And
actually
this too.
pay for um, for the reduction, and they're not going to pay for the increase. At least
Right.
not as far as I know.
That's
And I
the cosmetic. That's the fun.
you know what I'm saying? But when it starts to affect your quality of life, as far as like you having back problems, stuff like that, the military TRICARE is going to cover that.
A lot of insurances will pay for that. They will, because you can make that. That is a legitimate health condition.
I have a classmate that had a double mastectomy as like a preventative measure.
Mm.
She had huge boobs. Like since we were like in like middle school, like gigantic boobs. And she was like, "Yeah, I'm getting them, reduced." But it wasn't until like a year later that she told like the full story, like why, whatever. But yeah, people get preventative cosmetic procedures a lot,
Yeah,
especially when it comes to the potential of cancer.
yeah.
And I feel like Angelina Jolie got that kicked off because she got a double mastectomy
Oh,
because her mom, yeah, because of her mom.
They got a
And
strong family history.
yeah,
Celeste says, good evening, ladies and lovely chat. Good evening,
hey
Celeste.
girl.
Welcome, everybody, to the Unsolicited Opinion Podcast. We are here tonight talking about these before and afters. Blac Chyna and all you men who are secretly getting procedures done. We know you didn't get those abs in the gym, baby. We talking about y'all tonight. Celeste says, I'm all late. Let me catch up. Yes, catch up, girl. King, he here with the drama tonight. I think King
you
wants to
know,
bring the
listen.
smoke. King says, when I was in high school, I felt insecure because the other guys in school were a lot more muscular than me.
Mm,
But I found out that there are women who don't like muscles.
that's true.
I told you I
Yes.
don't like that Shannon Sharp shit.
Speaking of muscles,
Speaking of muscles. Speaking of muscles.
we talked about men,
Oh wow, the
and
calf transplant.
You
and
know, because
Katie, brought it up, just like being more, do men have the pressure of society to look a certain type of way? And we talked about men going on the night too, and I've seen a lot of these pictures of men getting like bigger calf muscles. Like I'm not even gonna lie, and this is not trying to slight this man, but the before pictures, I thought outside of the scars and the hair, I thought it was like a woman's legs. I just thought it was
they
wintertime.
do look, yeah.
And if you take a look here, and then you'll see here, like even black men, this man looks like he's melanated. Black men, do this as well. It's not just something that we can say non-melanated people do. And this man here with the one leg that's bigger than the other, it looks like he was
Mm-hmm.
He knocked me too. Is that important?
Oh, girl.
Even though bow leg is like a vitamin D deficiency. But
mm,
anyway,
okay.
Let me
So
take my vitamin D.
yeah, and so just that, I mean, men getting this particular clinic, they specialize in just men, and they get I mean, men are out here getting the plastic surgery too, and it is not just white men, it's black men, it's all
Yeah.
shades of the rainbow, all colors in the rainbow. um
yes.
and it's
But what exactly is it though? What are the implants? Are they like
I
the
don't,
same as breast implants, just in a like what?
I guess in a different shape. Because who's that?
Yeah,
Who's the guy? The one guy that he calls himself like the human Ken doll.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
And he has everything. He's gotten implants for muscles. He's gotten implants for pecs, and he's got implants for abs, and then thighs, and his face is.
Hmm.
Because let me ask you a question: Is there a line? Like, is there such thing as going too far?
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
I definitely do. I mean, because you have body dysmorphia disorder. Like that's a thing when you can't see what other people see. I think it's a slippery slope because I mean, like I said, for me, I saw the show and then I started doing like chemical peels. Like that's a light cosmetic procedure, but it is, all right. And I'm absolutely a fan of getting tweaks. Like I'll get Botox, I'll get all of it.
Cavitation, what is it?
I'll get it all. But will I go like I said I'll get my breast lifted, I will get the liposuction. Um, but I wouldn't get anything unnatural if that makes sense. Like if I can keep it to what I already have. Like cuz you could get the breast lifts and they'll put an implant in or you could get it with your own fat. Now, and they got different. But yeah, like I definitely think it could go too far. I absolutely think it could go too far.
So here's some people that I think someone mentioned her in the chat. But let me tell you something. I'm gonna say her name because she is my like spirit animal. So there's that, right? And no slander will be tolerated
Oh,
of this black woman. You understand what I'm saying?
This one right here?
here
But
comes the slander.
Kimberly Denise Jones,
Oh, that's my girl.
Yeah.
aka Little Kim.
Get money.
Um, First of all, okay, she is a beautiful person,
On the inside.
Was.
and during like the height of her fame, like the height of her career, she was beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful. I don't want to diagnose her because I mean I love that lady, and I don't ever want her to feel like I was ever trying to slay her, ever.
Shout out to you, Kim.
Shout out to BK's finest. Um, but as someone with Kimberly, she came into during like my teen years, like early teens. Yeah, yeah, all of us, right? We're all the same age. Um, and I just loved her.
Hmm.
And then over the years, I've seen her kind of transform to something that I know she did it for herself for whatever reasons. I don't want to diagnose her. I'm not a psychologist or a psychiatrist or whatever, right? But 1995, Kim, with the pin curls coming out the limo,
You want a bumble with the B, huh?
is not the
Yeah.
same one that had a reality TV show and it was calling her boots on the beach. Like, you know what I mean? Like, for me, I'ma still support. Like, baby, I'm buying it. She drop an album, I'm gonna buy it. I'm
I
gonna.
think when she got out of jail, it started going too far.
I think even before then, I think a lot of it shifted.
With the big and faith situation.
Well, yes, exactly. And it started very, minimum. It was the contacts and the blonde wig
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. A lot of people back in the day used to wear the contacts, right? I will admit
I
I
remember
had
it.
color
You
contacts.
You was one of them time?
Yeah, girl. What I used to be like. I ain't
What?
gonna lie. Like back in
Okay, Tiny.
I'm
Okay, Tiny.
not even gonna lie. Okay. But I didn't. But Tiny went too far. Like she
She got
turned.
her eyes literally done. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can I can understand like wanting to change it up, but I don't understand like the permanency. That's where I get like
Exactly. Yeah.
that's where I get a little disconnected, right? I'm gonna give you a look,
Mm-hmm.
right? And that look's gonna be a look for the night. But
Mm-hmm.
then I gotta always go back to me. I gotta always go back to what came out the womb. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about it. And a lot of times that song TLC, Unpretty, right? You can buy your hair if it don't grow, and you know what I mean. Um, yeah, I don't even like when it
Kim
comes.
look crazy. Let's just say it, man. I like him. I'm a fan. She look crazy. But, like Joy was saying, it's probably like some body dysmorphia. They looking in the mirror, they see, and it's like it gets addictive. It's kind of like any other thing. You like even if you get a tattoo, you like
Tattoo.
I'll get
Yep.
another one. If I go get this procedure, I can get another one. I
Mm-hmm.
get another one. It's like you smoking, you taking drugs. It's gateway. You start something small. You get a little, what is it, non-invasive cavitation. Then you're like, well, I can go get the real thing.
But it's
Then you
so
like,
heartbreaking when you see, women like that who we probably felt was like the most beautifulest thing in this world, right?
yeah,
Like, you know what I mean? And they didn't necessarily feel like they were that for what. And I think a lot of that comes from out of like heartbreak, right?
yep,
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
yep.
And I'm not blaming.
It's
I'm
his
not
fault.
blaming.
It's his fault, whoever he is.
I ain't blaming he. You know what I
It's
mean?
him. He did it.
But I
He
think
did
that
it.
he is an intricate part in it, right? Because it starts with yourself. Like I told you, my mother, I'm beautiful no matter
Yeah,
what I say. You know what I mean? Like, and that was instilled in me. And so but I do think, especially when you come into age, like how the opposite sex, how the opposite sex or whomever you're attracted to, not even some of us, ain't, whatever.
yeah,
Whoever you're attracted to, how they receive you. And we hear it all the time, ladies, right? You
yeah.
got to be fit, feminine, friendly, fun. And the last two I like is the F around and find out.
I
That's
like feisty too. I like
and
feisty.
a little feisty because these men did say they like a little feisty. You know what I mean? But these are like societal pressures put on us because if we're not these things, then we're not successful women. It doesn't matter. Here's the thing: you can have a husband, and kids. You can have a husband, kids, live a happy life. But if the masses don't perceive you as being fit, feminine, friendly, or whatever, then you are not a successful woman. And
It's
I've
like,
seen it time and time again. Right? They've been talking about Sierra for the last 2 weeks in that dress,
Mm-hmm.
right?
yep.
And calling her husband all kinds of simps and betas and why does that even matter? If this man likes it and she likes it, why do we weigh in on who they are? These are two people that like each other.
But some people would say, like, since you're in the public eye, you put yourself out there for judgment, unfortunately.
And you
You
do.
do.
You do. You definitely do. But people take this stuff to heart. Like you personally take it to heart, right? Like like a lot of people, male and female, they take that kind of stuff to heart. And I'm thinking to myself, like, they ain't like this woman is successful, her husband's successful, they have so far a successful marriage, they have beautiful children.
Yeah.
And that's what they like to do. So why they got it? So why is it so like this thing because she came out at a themed event, right? And she came out in the change, break every chain.
They think they own you. They think they can tell you what to do. That's what they think, and that's crazy because you can't tell people what to do, and we don't listen.
How important is it to keep up your physical appearance for your spouse, though?
I think that's
Because I mean, like I said, I'm a fan of tweaks.
Me too.
Now, like we gonna age gracefully over here, okay? I mean, is it looked upon better if you're doing it for your relationship you're already in, or is it looked down upon if you're doing it because you're trying to get somebody? Like, are you trying to get somebody? You trying to keep somebody? Like, are they the same? I mean, I'm wondering, like, because like I said, I have always, 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 always said my man ain't gonna ever have to worry about me looking effed up.
okay.
Right.
So I mean,
And
I
my
just
man ain't gonna have to worry about him looking effed up either because I'm always concerned about how we looking. I'm gonna be honest. Cause I like to look nice and I like to dress nice and I probably could exercise a little bit
Like,
more, but
shout out to the fashion designer, our fashion coordinator over
I
here.
like to look good. I don't want
ain't
him. I don't
looking
want a
great
man giving a
tonight.
big stomach. I don't want that. So we can exercise together. And if
Hmm.
you feel like at a certain point, you can't do no more, you need a little work. Like
We're gonna
everybody
figure
do
it
whatever
out.
they need to do.
Hmm.
Okay.
Good
Yeah.
night,
So
baby.
Good night. Listen. So I feel like honestly, whether it's overt or covert, I feel like we have men and women, but I mean women especially, we have always. I feel like we've been programmed that if you ain't skinny, then you something else, right? Like,
if you ain't first, you last.
huh?
If you ain't first, you last.
You understand what I'm saying? If you don't have a nice, let me not just say skinny. If you don't have a nice figure that's appeasing and appealing to the opposite sex, then you driving in a different type of lane. You know what I mean? Even though I feel like everybody has their own lane, but that has always been a thing. So I remember when I was, you know, especially 12, 13, 14, or whatever, I could eat a whole box of Little Debbie oatmeal cream pie.
Hmm.
Yes.
They were $1. I remember when they were 99 cents, but they were like $1.09, and I would eat a whole box probably within 2 to 3 days. Right? It's like 12 of them in a box.
I'm gonna eat them all in the same day.
But I was always active. I played sports. I played basketball. I used to dunk on them. Um, but I remember my mother used to always say, like, you need to slow down
Hmm.
because it's gonna catch up with you. And I used to be like, please, you understand? Like, look at me.
Right. Like,
Hmm.
that'll never happen to me. Don't worry about me. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what? She's
Hmm.
fine. Like, she's fire. She dunks on them. Like, it's not gonna happen, right?
Me and 35 came.
Huh? Not, girl.
'Cause it happened to. I was like, what? What happened to the scale? Why does it move when I get on it?
But it was always like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it was always like, yeah, you're gonna have to look a certain way. You're gonna have to be, slim, trim, whatever is appeasing to the type of person that you're looking to bring in, right?
Right.
Um, and I'll tell you this, like, I got oatmeal cream pies in my cabinet right now, right? But baby, I'm not eating 12 of them things in 2 3 days because I know better. Right?
Hmm.
I know
Yeah.
what my mother knew back then and what she was trying to bestow on me back then. And of
Shout out
course,
to mom.
we talk about nutrition and metabolism and all other stuff, but like it's just like the psychology. I think we've been bred to like be like you have to fit this.
It always got to be in the front of your mind, like what your weight, your appearance,
Yes, it's
all the time.
important. It's important to be attractive to the person you want to be attractive to you. That's what it is.
Yes.
There's some people out here that like big dudes or big women or BBWs, whatever your preference. It's important to be attractive to what you are attracted to. And if your man or your girl says like you need to tighten up and you want to keep or get that man, then you're gonna have to conform to what they're thinking.
You could do
So is
side
it
bends or sit
inappropriate
up.
if the man is the one that's making the suggestion for the cosmetic procedure?
See,
Is
Don't
that taking it too far?
he?
I don't take too kindly to that. But go ahead.
Yeah, he could tell me like we need to work on it, but don't tell me how. And don't
Mm.
tell me not to do a procedure either. Now, I don't tell me what to do either. Yes, I'm still not listening.
Yeah.
Now I'd be like, okay, I probably do because I, notice myself, maybe something started like cracking or something, my knee or something. I don't know. I could tell when I gain weight. I know when I gain weight because I wear regular clothes all the time. Because if you wear them joggers and stuff all the time, you ain't gonna know. But if you
No.
wearing regular clothes, you like, hold up, this feel a little, okay, I need to push back.
That's true. No,
Yes,
I'm with you on that. I'm 100% behind you on that. I'm the
but don't
same.
tell me out.
I say I don't take too kindly to it. I don't take too kindly to like a man telling me to get procedures like nose jobs
Yeah,
or breast implants, you know what I mean, or butt implants, things that just not necessarily like are like, not you trying to like change the way I look, right?
yeah.
Not necessarily trying to like you're trying to make me look like something that I could never be.
You might not like me.
Right. I don't think you like me. I don't think, you know what I mean? But if a man says, Ty, let's go to the gym, right? Like, especially if I want him, I'm probably going to take heed to that. You know what I mean? Like, I might be like, yeah, you're right. I need to get into the gym, right? But once you start getting to like the plastic surgery on things that I told you that you can't necessarily fix in the gym, right? Like, you can't fix a nose in the gym. I don't know how you do it, right? You can't fix, well, yeah, I guess you could probably, but you understand what I'm saying? Those things
Yeah.
that do the features of someone and how they. Then I really, really don't take too kindly to that. And I don't know if I necessarily take too kindly of a man telling me like to get liposuction. Now you don't have to tell me that, baby, because I get in the gym. I got to. I got to do that for a living. But like, it's a way you have to know your partner.
Let's let's
Yeah.
let's see what they talk about in the chat. Let's start with Nina Simone. She says, "Me and my man are not taking our wigs off at home."
Oh,
So
stick it up! Oh,
Don't tell me somebody did that.
not a wig, not a wig.
Oh,
So,
what?
so,
what did they take off, Ty?
I'm gonna just look in this camera, and I hope she forgive me, but I ain't. But here we go. I hope maybe she'll see this, maybe she won't. Anyway, I got a friend who met a guy she was vibing with. They were dealing with each other, and one night, like, they were chilling and he got a little frantic and he was like searching for something and she was like, what's going on? Like, what are you searching for? Right? And he's just like searching and all of a sudden he said something like he was looking for his tooth.
He had a dental
He
He
had dentures.
for his tooth.
his teeth was he had a flipper like a
Just one of them.
where was it and how did it come out?
Okay? And when I tell you, when my friend told me the story, I'm cracking up, right? I'm like, his tooth, right? Like, what do you mean? So I guess, like, I don't know if it was a screw on or it was like a plug and play or whatever, but the man was looking for this tooth. And she was like, she didn't even know that he, like, all of his teeth, like, weren't
Weren't
necessarily.
his.
Was it
And
a front tooth?
But that's a good thing, though, right? It must have been
I
a
don't
good
know
job.
if it's I don't know if it's the front tooth or the side tooth, but here's
That matters.
yeah, it does matter. But she asked to see like what it looked like. You understand what I'm saying?
Without it.
Right.
And then it was just on the floor somewhere.
And then she told that man,
Get out of here.
forever, ever, no matter the weather,
Come around here.
take that tooth
Uh,
out.
She didn't
around
dump him. At least she didn't break up. She didn't tell him to go home.
mm.
I don't know. But what I'm saying is the tooth.
That's crazy.
And I feel like, girl,
Or was it like, if people have a chipped tooth and they get that part a little fixed?
But
nah,
now we all got fake
I
teeth
don't know.
at
I
this
think, it was,
point.
I, think it was,
Veneers.
I think it was like a whole tooth, and like I think you had to like screw it in or something.
Oh
I don't
my
know.
God.
But he felt comfortable enough. Like, say I say something about her, right? Because he felt comfortable enough to be himself. Toothless, you know, on the side, or you know what I mean.
Mm.
He felt that comfortable, and so I always try to find a silver lining.
Oh, you think he took it out? You don't think it just came out?
Well, I'm just trying to figure out how it would come out
Right. Yeah,
when you
maybe he
got
was
like you in
eating.
the presence of like listen. If I didn't listen, all of these are mine.
Oh
Okay, I've had
God.
these same big teeth since I was like
Christian.
7, 8 years old. I got teased about it. Okay, the same teeth you see in my mouth, I've had them all of my life. So I would say that as we age, of course, things happen. You know, sometimes we lose a tooth. Sometimes you know, things
What?
happen.
When you 6?
You're old or whatever.
Your teeth, when your feet start falling out like that. We talking about age like what? Not 30.
Nah, he wasn't 30. I mean, I'm gonna say he's probably in his 40s.
And the teeth falling out. He must. What if he
I don't know
smoked
how they
cigarettes?
come out. You know what I mean? You know, Mama said knock you out, or like, you
Oh,
know,
he probably was
I
playing
don't know.
basketball or
I don't
something.
know. We didn't get into that. It's just the fact that
Okay,
the
sorry.
man, the man felt comfortable enough to take his teeth out. But her thing was like, yeah, no, we not that comfortable for you to have like that tooth. You know what I'm saying? Out, because it's gonna drive me up. I can take that however you want to take it. It's just like, oh no, like keep your teeth in.
I need you to have your teeth.
I bet men love women that don't have no teeth.
I bet they do too.
Shout out to Blueface.
Mm.
Yeah.
But no Christian rock slander will be tolerated on this channel. Be more stand up. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, y'all folks crazy.
Clearly, it's a trend, right? What's
I'm
going
just saying.
on?
And we can't talk about none of them evidently.
Right.
None of them.
Good
No,
Lord.
but like, yeah, no, I the don't yeah no not the teeth.
Nina Simone gives us a tooth for the tooth fairy. Thank you.
Okay.
The comments is expert. He says since y'all brought it up, what's wrong with asking a woman her weight?
I
Uh,
don't think nothing wrong with it because I ain't
You can
big.
ask
So
whatever
I
you
don't
want to
care
ask.
yeah, I think people ask these like arbitrary like things when you see her
how much you think she worth.
clothed or without or both.
Take a
Does it
wild guess.
matter? And if you like that, does it really matter what the number is?
So they're gonna look at the height weight chart, make sure that you
Oh,
can
you
check
think
that
Your
box.
your BMI is too high.
do you like what you see? Because what you see is what you get. You
And
gonna
it
get
doesn't
whatever
matter
I
anyway.
give
Because some of them
you.
could be 200 or some of them could be 110. This
Exactly.
same dude right here, I already said he going either way.
I can tell you. I would say this. You want to ask me my numbers? I am 5'6". I'm 230 pounds.
I ain't waiting no
Deal with
230.
it.
But anyway, the
Please.
comments is expert. Are we gonna drop the link tonight? What they gonna say about this? They ain't gonna tell comments is expert. Come
I
on,
want
tell
to
us
hear
what
about
work he
y'all
got
plastic
done.
surgeries.
Yeah, because they getting them.
These men folk.
They definitely getting that lipo. Them ass people get ass that
66% of the hosts have had something done. Somebody in this 9-person chat done had something too. So we telling our business. Your turn.
yeah. We want to know. No matter how small it was, whatever it
Inquiring
was,
minds want to know.
they're gonna be
Speak your
lying.
truth.
The link is dropped, guys. Yes.
Mm.
I haven't had anything, but I will get something done. Cause at one point I thought I was gonna have some more kids or something, but I probably won't. So I wanted the tummy action.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't
Cause
mad
it's
at it.
cause it's a C-section. They cut them muscles down there. It's like I
It's
can't never
over.
have a V like Usher. I'm like, bruh, can they repair those or what? Cause this right here is not moving. He
Damage
ain't
from
talking about cap.
the
Can you hush? Talking about cap.
don't
Cap what? I ain't got a lie, Craig.
that's my favorite editor, right? Don't
Keep me on that other stuff.
he he cap. I don't know what we capping about, but
He said, I'm capping. I ain't had no work done, but I will. I will. I just thought I had, a little more
oh
time.
what's on the list?
What's on the list, Nina?
I don't have any other desires to go under the knife.
Yeah.
I think I am fulfilled. Like I said, I if I everything that I want is where it I want it to be. If anything else, I'm just go to the gym. It's not. I don't have any other desires to go under the knife.
Tell us what y'all got. What y'all got? I would. Well, yeah, I would probably do. Well, I won't say night, but I would. I would think I would do a little tummy tuck maybe, or a little lipo. I would definitely do that. Or I would do the what is the cavitation? I would definitely do that as
See, I
well.
don't know if that really works. Like, I'm such an old school person.
I
Like,
think it does.
oh, and I forgot I got braces too. When all of that was going on, I got braces at the same time. I had a whole
You
situation.
you really changed that whole like this part.
Yeah, I had a whole, well, yeah, I had a whole situation. Yeah,
You were like, give me the
yeah.
chin, give
Joy,
me the
I need to
chin.
see some more before. I need to see your baby pictures, girl.
What you
Because
mean?
now I'm feeling like it's who I'm looking at, who I'm looking
I
at.
look
That's the men be
like
saying.
me. I look like me. And so I intentionally didn't put on makeup.
Okay.
I didn't know if it was like gonna come out. I didn't put no makeup on today, cause
But you
like,
definitely
and,
didn't think you was
and
gonna be on a podcast throwing it out here for the world.
well, yeah. I mean, at the end of the, I mean, I tell everybody, and it's not a secret. Like, I don't be caring.
Right.
I tell everybody my business, but I'm a person. You know what I mean? Like, but my skin, like, I look like joy, like, and I'm comfortable, makeup or not. Like, there are some people that they wouldn't dare go on social media without having makeup on or like leave the house. Like, that ain't never been me. It just, like I said, what I got, I just got just because, like I said, I wanted more facial harmony, and I was tired of looking tired all the time with my cheeks.
Does this count? I got my eyebrows done.
I hate you.
Girl, your eyebrows look good though. You
Did
They
it?
understand?
Did you
stay
get them
done.
tattooed on?
Yeah.
But let
You
me ask you a question.
What
Do
the
you
micro whatever that is, microblade,
No,
whatever
you
that is.
remember back in the 90s when the women were getting permanent makeup tattooed
Yeah.
on their
I would
faces?
get the eyeliner too. I would get
So
that
I
too. But
saw
I
somebody
got
on
this.
IG getting it taken off today.
Hmm,
They were getting the eyeliner tattoo removed
I would get a
today. I
very
saw that
thin
today.
line. I
But
would get that.
okay, so here's my thing, because I know NAllen's gonna go to the chat and go through these comments. But after she does that, my question is, what would make someone want to reverse all of that? Right? Reverse the implant.
Hmm.
Reverse the, well, you can't reverse the tummy tuck. Like, I mean, you can eat, right? But like, take the
You
butt.
keeping that anyway. You gonna keep this last stomach.
Take the butt implants out, the breast implants out, the fillers and all of that. We talk about that after, we give a little love to
To
the audience
the
here.
the chisat. Nina, okay, we already said Nina. The comment says expert. He says tie 5'6", 230. You big fine, baby. You know where he from. He's from the city.
First of all,
Okay? He big, you big fine, baby. You trying to get flued out. I know you off the market, but you know.
I come down to the NOLA,
Okay. Nina's
third
mother,
ward,
she
right?
says, you ain't going to the night? The ninth is this bad over there. In the
Where
Cali,
is
the
Cash
light,
Money and No Limit from?
I don't know, the Cali, I thought
Just
there
take
was,
me whatever restaurant that Mia X is cooking in. Just take me there. Listen, I'm certified on any Martin
I
in any city. I'm certified. Okay,
love it.
take me to the MLK. Take me to where my people at.
okay, every city, every time.
Okay, certified on any Martin Luther.
I
Nina
love it.
says, tummy tuck, guys. That's what she talking about. But Nina already got the abdominals. I'm just saying.
Oh,
People, if you saw her, people would tell her she doesn't need that. But
okay.
you got to do what's best for you. Okay. Tiffany said, I want it all done.
Oh, okay.
Judge you who? Judge whoever you want to judge,
Tiffany,
not
you,
me.
I don't know, girl. You look fine
She
in
look
it.
like she giving us something in it.
You
Yeah.
give it,
She
Hmm.
girl.
giving us body. Okay.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
love it. The hips don't lie. King says, you know what? I got to take it back. This is crazy world. Some men don't even want to look like men anymore. Are they the ones getting surgery?
No,
It's whatever
No.
a regular men getting stuff done too. They trying
Yeah,
to
they
build their
do.
confidence and
they
their self
getting big
esteem.
calf muscles. They getting they are getting
Egg,
biceps.
eggplants,
They're getting pecs. They're getting
eggplants,
abs, and they're getting the. Would you say the penal? Did you say?
eggplants.
Oh, yeah, they're getting eggplants.
They
Like that
getting
is
them.
like for real.
King, look it up. He says that statistic you quoted are those men that identifies men. They men, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Tiffany says complications, upkeep, too much attention, etc. All those things are a factor.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa says, I had additional transplanted parts, but I really needed it to live transplant life. Okay,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
okay.
I'm so glad you're here today,
I
though.
know.
Crazy.
That is amazing. Yeah, I think it's important. I think it's important that Black people donate because it's not enough of that.
I'm not an
It's not
organ
enough
donor
of
though.
that. It's hard to find matches for us. So I'm very happy to hear that.
Yes, Nina says some. I don't know what we talking about, Nina. But I want to speak on like why they might get it taken out. Now, when it comes to Black China, I have two things that I was thinking about what made her want to go ahead and reverse a lot of these procedures. Well, maybe three, because it could be like, mental, but I don't know. The first thing was I wonder if it's a publicity situation because she is documenting all of this. She got off the OnlyFans. It's like, what's a big deal right now? Like everybody has all of this, these procedures done. That's been done. So what are we not seeing in social media? What is the blue ocean? What is it to get all this stuff reversed? K Michelle is doing it, but K Michelle is, she in her own world, reversing all her
Doing
procedures.
stuff. Listen, I don't even want to listen. No, okay, Michelle.
Where they do that at?
No,
No,
no, K Michelle
no,
slander. You
no,
can't
I
talk
don't.
about her
Oh no,
either.
I'm not speaking on ill on K Michelle either
Oh
because
no,
I
no,
am
you're
a
right.
fan.
I'm just
I
saying.
love K Michelle.
I love a little K, but but K don't look like K from back in the
She
day.
So
doesn't.
what happened? Okay, well, that's a separate conversation. But her face definitely changed. I
Yes.
couldn't figure out exactly what she did to it though, and I've been trying my best to figure it out.
I feel like she had the same face. It was that crazy butt that it looked like
No,
needed work.
she got a face done like maybe a year
I'm
Yeah.
ago
saying, but
or
like,
something. She
I
was
didn't
like
think
a
she
whole
had
different
anything to
person
reverse though. Like I don't, I
on
thought
her
that was a,
face.
yeah, like she
Oh
didn't have
no.
anything before that. Like that was her normal face, and then she got it done, right?
Hmm.
She could have left that
Yeah,
alone, but
I don't know if it was a
I
nose
know
job or what.
my second thing,
I'm sorry.
okay,
Go
and the
ahead.
second thing I was wondering if she had like this was it a custody situation with the Kardashians, and they were going to court recently.
Right.
So
Uh,
I'm wondering if she trying to change her
child,
whole image because she want to be a good mother or whatever she got going on with that.
I did
But
hear her say her kids are getting older now.
yeah,
I did hear her say that.
and we know she got mama
I don't
issues.
know.
Her and Tokyo are toxic. So maybe she trying to be get her life together some kind of way to get, ready for her kids. But that's the only two things I had considered when I was thinking about why is she taking everything out right now. Because, these people are still in the spotlight. So you can't just be thinking like, on the surface, like, oh, well, that's good. She's tired of looking like dramatic. Because it's like, okay, it could be some kind of other underlying agenda.
you
Like,
think maturation, like she's like maturing?
Yeah, that's what she said anyway. She's like, she's over it. She said, quote unquote, I've outgrown that. She's like, she's outgrown it. I mean, but like I said, where does that leave regular people?
Plastic surgery is a hell of a thing to outgrow for a woman that's 34, 35 years old.
Hmm.
it
Um,
never was that deep into it.
right, and it was that deep into it. I don't
Yeah.
know if the generations before us, you know, were. I know they. I'm not saying I don't know. They weren't as deep into it as the women are today. I'm not a hater of the women today. Do what's best for you. That's all I'm gonna say.
But it's a difference between, being Blac Chyna, a voluptuous persona in Hollywood, and being Wilhelmina at Wells Fargo in marketing. Like these are very different.
What?
First of all, they had no business walking around like that as a normal person anyway. That was just crazy.
Like, what are you doing it for, right? What's the return
Exactly.
on investment?
Exactly. Like what? These are very, very different situations. So I don't know.
Nina says some people get procedures reversed because most are trendy. So maybe that's what Black China had going on.
Yeah, I think the
Because
butt and the hips and the and that I think that was trend. I think that was trendy. I think it was a thing, and it's so. I could be wrong. I don't know, y'all. I don't keep up, but I feel like it's a damn shame that Kim Kardashian, to me in my mind, was like the catalyst for people to go out and get hips, butts, and all
I
of that.
agree. Yes.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I'm just like, y'all, we've had that for forever.
Since the beginning
And
of
now all of a
time.
sudden, this woman is the poster child for what a Coca-Cola bottle figure looks like. No, we've had those for forever.
Naturally.
Naturally,
The brick,
I want
house, right?
uh,
36,
I can
24,
go
36.
Okay.
back and say RJ Bartman. Like these were women that were put on display for
Yeah.
how they were shaped. Okay,
Yes.
if you don't know who that is, then I mean, I'm not saying
Mhm.
not everyone knows, so I
Yeah.
understand. But you should go look it up about this black woman who was shaped like we see a
In
lot
a
of black women
circus.
today.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Like
they
a
put her in
sideshow.
a sideshow. She was on
Mhm.
display for these people to come and watch and look at and being like, oh, you know what I mean?
It's,
And
it's crazy.
now, you know, there's certain people being celebrated for these types of figures
That they
I just want
made.
to
that
know
they
how
made.
these people are paying for all of this though.
Uh,
That's
uh,
what I'm trying to
the
figure
same
out.
way, like clicks, views, likes, subscribe. And speaking of, go ahead and do that for our channel. Thank you very much. I won't be using them. I won't be using that for anymore. I am done. My list is over. Okay? But please go ahead and like, subscribe to the My Unsolicited Opinion podcast.
Yes.
But that
Culture
is, I
vulture.
mean, it's social media, just like you said. Blac Chyna, she okay, she got rid of the OnlyFans and everything like that, but she's still creating content and
Yes.
she's still capitalizing
Yes.
of that. Whether it's a trend to start taking all this stuff away, I mean, I'm
Documented it. Yep.
and documenting it, whether it's a trend or not, she is getting paid off of that. You said it, 4 million views.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's huge. But okay, so maybe they'll pay for her to get the stuff taken out, right? Like now we saw I don't know what that lady. I guess she was white. The lady that was taking the what deflating. I don't know what the right word is. Melting, whatever they
What
was
you say?
doing to her face.
Dissolve?
But she had a black dissolving. Yeah, she had a black doctor that took the silicone out of her hips, and she was saying that the surgery took significantly longer than it was
Yeah.
supposed to take. And he said that because she asked, "Well, how much was it?" He said half of a Coke bottle,
What
like a
does
two
that mean?
liter.
Oh, that's how
Oh,
much.
that's what she had in there. The
That's how much he took out. That's how much silicone he took out of her ass.
Oh, her butt. Okay, her butt.
Yeah.
Her face. I'm like,
Oh no
what?
no 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 no! I said there's a black doctor that took out the stuff in her hips, and she asked. She was like, "Well, how much was it?" Because he was trying to get it all, and the surgery went way longer than it was supposed to. And he was like, "Yeah, like half of a Coke bottle."
so I mean, I just wonder, like even when they getting it, if I went in there and they were like, okay, this was like when I come out like tiny or somebody, no, thank you. Like who wants that?
Look like a bumblebee.
Hmm.
This is something else. We need to work on that too. The mental health. Where we at? Nina says her name is Sarah Bartman. Um, what else? King says, I'm glad they taking all this stuff out. They all look weird. King,
Y'all like it.
okay.
Y'all be liking the
Somebody.
pictures.
They love
Y'all
them.
scroll, but you like them. You click them. Yeah, you do. You absolutely do.
They on the
And
front page.
my whole thing is when it comes to regular people, I feel men co-sign that type of behavior.
They do.
Because if y'all giving it the thumbs up, because I mean like as rah-rah, shero, you go girl, that women are try to be or whatever, we looking at y'all to be like, okay, so what I need to do, like what, how you want me to look, like it's always gonna be that women dress for each other, but we ain't getting hips and thighs for each other. That's
Right.
very, very different.
I
Very,
don't know.
very
I
different.
feel like even to this day, I think it's a flex on. I mean, I think it evolved into a flex on like some women. Honestly,
To say what?
I
Your
think
butt
it's
bigger?
evolved. I think it's evolved to a flex on women, like from women to women type deal, right? It's like,
What that I could
oh,
get? I
like
could
maybe I
spend
got
500.
moved out and got the 360. Like and I'm not saying it's that prevalent, but I do feel like to an extent it has been like a flex on women. Baby, I got the now I got the buns. You know,
I ain't looking at them.
I tell me I don't like it.
you ain't gotta look
It
at
don't move me because some of them I don't like the way they look. I could make some suggestions on how they could make it better. Cause I'm like, girl, you need more thigh. You need more thigh.
It's concerning because like it's a plastic surgery place in New York, and I follow it on IG, and they advertise like it is free before 11 at the club. Like the flyers that they have, like I guarantee you Memorial Day weekend. Like I would not be surprised if they had some sort of Easter resurrection day rump shaking special or something. Like I'm like they do. Every time it's a holiday, they'll be like, 5,009 49.99 for, 3 days stay, 360 lipo, double BBL. And it's like, what? It's too much. Like I can't trust you as my doctor. You acting like that.
No.
yeah, and everything at a discount. Buy one get one for like.
Right. Bring your friend. What? Like you remember they used to do the Botox parties? I don't know if that's still a thing or
Oh
not, but
yeah.
yeah.
Who used to do those? Not us.
The non-melanated
Yeah,
people.
women, yeah, they used to do a Botox party.
Uh,
King says some guys like a Coca-Cola shape. Some guys like other shapes. Be comfortable in your skin. You're in. That is what is attractive,
some
and that
guys
is
like
it.
the box Chevy. Some guys like the Coca Cola bottle. Some
Some of them like the
guys,
slim Jims.
okay, slim thick with your like. That's what I'm, and that's my thing, right?
Mhm.
That's always been my thing. You cannot fit everybody into this fit, fun, friendly, fit for whatever box, right? Because people have their own. People are dynamic.
Yep.
We like different things, right? We like different things. And so even, what they classify as, as high value men or whatever, good men, they like different things. You can't say they all like this and they all like that.
Right.
You can't say that. Right? And so you just got to be the best you want to be.
Yeah.
And if baby you got a little love, a little extra love to give it.
More cushion. For
Little cushion for a little bit more. That's you. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm like, it's a lot. Now, there's a difference between being healthy, right? There's some health concerns. I always want people to be like healthy. I don't go to the gym necessarily to look good. I really just go to the gym to keep my health up, right? At this point, it's about like health, and if I want to be.
a byproduct is,
The byproduct is, baby, you gonna get this. You gonna get whatever body I give you during the summer. You understand?
okay.
You gonna get what you get, okay?
That's it.
I ain't gonna lie, I've been slipping a little bit, but like, just be the best you that you can be with the resources and all of the knowledge and the experience that you have. And that's how I see it. And when you know better, you do better, of course. Um, but everybody don't want the same thing.
They don't, because these men who have these, I could get down with the calf transplants, because I don't want to see no little legs.
Okay, little chicken legs.
I don't want to see them.
But I
You
know
know what? If
somebody
we
that's
pick apart men be picking us apart too. It go both ways.
It
yeah.
does, and they
It
need
go
to
both
understand that
ways.
we looking at them too.
Now let me say this though, because I told my homegirl this earlier.
Come on, come
I
on.
told my real good friend this. I said, listen, okay, certain things will allow you to get away with certain things.
It's
Okay,
true.
so we talked about Lil Kim. We talked about Faith a little bit. Baby, they both were in love with a man
They
that
had
wasn't necessarily conforming to the Western standard of beauty for men.
definitely not with the symmetry. Not even
Okay,
in the facial symmetry.
and so there's that. Certain things will compensate for other things for certain people. Certain people like, yeah, no, I would never, I wouldn't touch a bee with a, you
I don't care
know.
I
what it
would never find out. I would never get to find out.
me either. I don't know
I would
whatever he got.
never
He
get to
could have
find
some
out.
magic, and I'm like, who cares?
And we
It's
know
all
we all
good, baby,
appreciate a good
baby.
personality over here, but no.
It's all good, baby, baby.
But you say he would just be a friend.
Who, Bismarcky?
No, Biggie. Him too. Bismarck and Biggie got the same symmetry issue, don't they?
Yeah, yeah,
Bismarck, he ain't he dead?
Yeah, but they still had the same issue with the you know.
yeah. Like, you know,
Oh.
listen, like I said, there's certain things that are for certain people. There are certain things that's gonna compensate for them. So you might find so sis, you might find you a man that be like, oh, she got a little cushion for the pushing, but you know,
King says, how many basketball players have chicken legs? Women are all over them. Who?
I, I
Kevin
don't,
Durant.
Kevin Durant is slim all the way from top to
I know
bottom.
some women that don't listen. They like the slim man, and they're like, they like the slim man.
Yeah, some
You
people
slim,
do. Yeah,
cause
I don't like them big.
you know what they say about slim dudes.
I
Yeah,
like this
like
part
what they
right
say about
here.
the shoes too, the shoe size, all that about the
And
slim dudes.
can you pop my
This
basketball
the
Yeah,
shoulders do
shoulders?
something for me. Like
I
this
don't want to see no
part.
narrow shoulders.
That's what I'm saying. I like that part. Like if you got a good this part,
The
like
trap.
it just I don't even know what it's called. Like
I think
this
it's a
part,
trap. This, yeah.
like
Do y'all
it
remember
just
that
it
episode?
made me feel like you just so strong.
You remember that episode of Martin where they were trying to like restrain from having sexual relations with each other, and so when Gina had came over to Martin's house and he was all oiled up and greased up in that Christmas, and he was like, "The back, Gina, what up?"
I got
And
strong back.
she was like, and I'm thinking, as
Right,
a grown woman, I'm looking at that man back. Yeah, no, I'm good on
right,
my back.
right.
He was like, what about the back, Gina?
Yeah.
The common sense says, King, you right, money makes people drop their standards. Not all the time.
It's not
Not all the
dropping the
time.
standards, baby. It's raising them in other places that
And
count.
adjusting them. Yeah, you gotta adjust.
It's
You
a
need to
ju-
say so strong. Her and Joy on the same page. They be so strong looking. Yeah, is he strong? You like, let me see your muscle. You got an egg
Yeah.
up and out. Yeah, so we don't want to see the little legs. So just like men out here thinking they like, oh, you ain't fit. Some women out here, we looking like, what about you?
Right.
not common sense though, because
We
he
saw
did
him.
the MUO cam.
He was the first one. He
He
initiated
sure
it, like,
did.
and he stood up
He said,
all the
he
way up. Yes, sir.
said- so I'm just gonna say
Like,
that.
okay. King laughing,
But
but
not
you
too
know,
much on common sense though. Not too much on common sense. I'm gonna just leave.
none
Not
of
too.
us guys. Yes, he says. Yes, Martin had an ice pack in bed. A ice pack.
Yeah, because he was trying to,
Oh my goodness.
I remember that episode. He had to get
Yes,
her uncovered it. She was like, "You cheating."
that is crazy. Yes, guys. So no, I think yeah. Did we answer the question with Black China?
Well, if we can, we talked about her, removing these things, and just not just her, like, it's other women that saying, know what, I got to get rid of the breast implants, getting rid of the butt plants, I'm getting rid of the, whatever I've done, try to reverse what I've done to my face and what makes them do that. And the, I would say is just maybe growing up, maybe it's having a sense of self. Like Chyna says, she wants to go back to being Angela, right? Now I don't know if she can ever get that old thing back in the manner that I think she's looking for it, right? She can very well try. I think that stuff, especially if you do it, I think that stuff like permanently like shifts your face. I don't know if you ever know what you would really look like if you didn't have it,
Right.
right? Like, I don't know if we can ever pinpoint it. I mean, we can bring
Yeah,
up,
because it probably calcifies.
you know what I mean? And so you say you want to go back to that, but I don't know if you're ever gonna go. Maybe you might look like your mom, because I think she look just like her
I think
mother.
she looked like her anyway.
Mhm.
Yes.
Mhm.
Tokyo.
She
Yes.
definitely does.
She
Yeah.
don't want to look like Tokyo. I think that's what started it. Tokyo is crazy and full of drama. And she like, I don't want to look like her. I don't want to act like her.
We about to get the ASAP. You hear me?
ASAP.
That's why I say no
I'm
slander.
ready to get the
Tyler Race.
ASAP. Like
Okay.
I'm out there.
But like I don't know if you're ever gonna really like get that. I know I'm never gonna look like 21-year-old
Right.
Tyrese, right? I'm not gonna get that back, but I will make the 30 something year old Ty look the best she can look, you know. I mean, I think you just kind of have to embrace that. I'm all for doing whatever she feels like is best for her mental sanity, her, if it's taking the stuff out, then take it out, baby.
I think she
Mhm.
want to show though. I just don't trust her.
If it's putting more things in, you know, you gotta love you.
Yeah.
If you're doing these things because you don't love you, then that's where we really, really, really got to get to it, right? Because you gotta love you. You
Mhm.
gotta love you. Yes, nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. Joy said, "Listen, I loved me, but I needed to pop it up.
That
I
tune
love,
up.
okay. I
Ain't
love
nothing
me.
wrong with a little tune up. Ain't nothing wrong.
I love me too. But baby, it was something I couldn't get done in the gym,
Right.
right? And women go through
And
this
even if you can get it done in the gym, some people want to take a shortcut.
microwave, bing. You
Yes.
know what I mean? And so I think men and women go through these type of pressures every single day. Some of us are more resilient to it than others. Some of us, not so much. And there are lines. I.e. the cat lady, the Ken doll,
Mhm.
Hmm.
and other people I see. I'm not about to name. I'm not. Never, ever. Queen Bee, never. Okay, but I'm just saying there are lines that should, that I would think cross and go into something more psychologically deeper, especially like the skin lightening and stuff like that.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I was thinking about that too. Yeah, I
And
thought
my
about it when you were talking about China looking like her
king at?
mom. I was like, I wonder about her skin. Yeah.
Where King at? I mean, I
Oh,
don't.
he said, y'all want to hear something crazy? I was slim until I got married. My wife started cooking me steak and red meat. My body grew out, and now I have a more muscular build.
You probably have a more mature build
He
for.
probably got older because if you like, these men up until they're 35, evidently, they looking like little boys. And then they start holding on to their grown man weight.
That's
You
Okay.
true.
got to have some patience
Yep. Same
sometimes.
thing with women too. Having them hips, like they just
The
pop
hips
up.
don't lie.
They don't
They
lie.
pop up one day, like where this come from?
That's one thing. The skin lightening and skin bleaching for black women of the world.
Of the
Um,
world. That's a world thing.
world.
Not
I
so much here.
that is one place that I would say hell no.
Mhm. Mhm.
I get it. I know where it stems from. Systemic racism, all of that. I get it. I get it. But never ever, no, never ever 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 ever. I think that, and that's where we need to come together and be like, no, I mean, black is beautiful. You know what I mean?
Oh
I,
yeah.
li- I,
But
I you didn't call them when we was little. You call them tar babies, African booty scratchers. You didn't call people that were very. I've seen it. I've probably said it out of my mouth as a child, but as an adult, as a mature adult, I see the beauty in my skin and my people's skin. The fact that we can go from the darkest of night to the lightest of day and still be black people, that is beauty to me.
it's a trend though in other
That's like,
places.
yeah.
Like, like the breasts and the butt here, they getting the doing the skin lightening thing, like having parties doing it.
The
So
guy that did
yeah.
football, well, I mean, play baseball.
Where
Sammy
Jose
Sosa.
Canseco?
Oh, I
Uh,
thought it was Sammy Sosa.
what?
Jose
Sammy
Sosa?
Sosa.
It's not Jose
Sammy
Canseco.
Sosa.
Look at me and thinking I'm knowing. Sammy Sosa.
That was it. Sammy
Yeah, and
Sosa.
it looks so unnatural.
Yeah, it like hurt.
That's how I know it's something psychological because when you look in the mirror, you think it looks You think
You
it
look
looks
at that stuff, you can tell. You can
you
always
think it looks
tell.
good.
It look crazy.
And all these people, where I don't know where King did my bleach. All these people, it doesn't look it doesn't look natural. And that hate that you have for your skin, I'm not saying it started with you, right? Because I'm sure it was, a lot of outside society
Yeah.
pressure, the teasing, and being darker than you wanted to be, being maybe the darkest one in your family. You know what I mean? I've heard that a lot. Like a lot of men and women would say like I was like the darkest one in my family. Everybody called me neglita, something like that, right? Like
He said, I'm sorry. It ain't come up.
nah, go ahead, girl.
Oh, King said, that's how Black China and Lil Kim look to him. Like Sammy Sosa.
I mean, I can understand that,
Unnatural.
but you listen. You want to run
Yeah,
with
I always got to push it to the next level. Ty say, certain people you can't talk about.
man.
And Tokyo go come for everybody that come for China, even though she comes for China.
Yeah,
I'm ready to get
She
the
told
okay.
everybody that girl had golf balls in her butt.
I discipline my own child.
right
Mm-hmm.
ASAP after
Mm-hmm.
this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
Come on, sis, you better come through. All right, what else they got?
That's
We can
it.
go ahead.
They said, I mean, whatever y'all. That's it. The chat, they like, okay, we got it. Everybody get these procedures. Everybody need to do what they want to do. But I think that like I said, could be a money grab some kind of way with Black China. I don't want to underestimate her. I think that she probably could be working on herself. Mentally, physically, but it also could have a little, side benefit of a little change, to go along with it. So you never know. You never know. It's like, oh, I'm drop OnlyFans. She made money. She made the money on
She did.
OnlyFans.
She
She
did.
already she cashed out that whole platform.
Not like that cash me outside girl.
Well, not like her, but she did well. I think she did well. So that's why I'm like, maybe she on to something else. Because these people, they are very strategic in everything,
I thought you were saying maybe I should start my OnlyFans.
No, no, no. They better watch me on YouTube
She
because that's
said
all
y'all
I
gonna
got
get her
for 'em.
ankles and her feet.
They ain't gonna get none of it.
Okay.
Oh
They'll be like,
Lord.
oh, be judging me like Chad Johnson. No, thank you.
Oh my
Like,
God.
you think she can run with them? I don't know.
Do you think that she will have success as far as relationships go, Black China? Now that she's, doing all of that and trying to, I don't know, live a different, be the new her or go back to the old her. You think, how much success do you think she will have?
I don't think she gonna have much success because she already, it's like with a lot of people, it's like you go too far. The bridge is like it's burned. Like you already the image that you have right now, people are not gonna forget about that. Because it's like, okay, well, you were Black China, this whole figure, like that's how you came. You did that for like a decade, however long she had been doing it. So I think that even though she goes to be Angela, it's like, girl, somebody always gonna be like, Black China. You Black China. You change your face, but you still that same person. And I think it's
But
it's gonna take a lot of work if she does. And people don't want to work with you when you working with yourself like that. They don't. People don't have that kind of patience. I don't think.
I mean, I don't. It's a lot of women that are undergoing some internal changes. The girl, oh God, why can't I? Yeah, what's the girl name, y'all? That went to Deion Sanders to Jackson State to talk to the boys.
Brittany Renner.
Brittany Renner. There's a few others that I'm thinking about that are like, you can unhold yourself. Like these women getting to be in their 30s, their mid 30s. I mean, hey, you can't do some of the things that you once did. But the question that I really got, what y'all gonna do about these teeth?
By the teeth
I want to know when that's not popular no more, and you ain't got no real teeth no more. Cause don't they like shave your teeth down?
for veneers.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
what you gonna do about them teeth? I can't wait to see that in 20 years. But hey,
Trying to see like
whatever.
people
But
with no teeth, like gummy bears. I call them the people with no teeth. I call them gummy bears.
Yeah, I'm curious to know what, because when you get the veneers, right? Because everybody getting them, like Wilhelmina from Wells Fargo, she getting them too. Everybody getting they 20, 30,000 veneers, right? And so, like, okay, then what? Like,
I think those gonna stay. Like
Yeah,
as long as they don't get like the
girl.
bright whites like the mask, they got a normal veneer, like they got normal looking teeth. But a
Yeah.
lot of them are getting the big teeth.
but
But
your
the ones
teeth
that are getting the normal,
age. Like, as you get older, your teeth age too. So you gonna have 22-year-old teeth and be 75 years old.
that's why I
You
said you get
white.
long in the tooth.
Like,
Mhm.
You get these pearly whites.
I don't know. It's
Yeah,
just
they be the hottest thing in the nursing home, child.
Okay. I think that
uh,
yeah. I'm more concerned about the boobs than the teeth. The teeth gonna be all right. I'd rather they get the teeth done. They need them.
they don't be needing them. They be having regular teeth.
They want bigger teeth. My teeth are little. I'll probably do something with mine. Shave my
Oh my
gums.
God. Who see? Oh my God. Y'all killing
I
me.
like big teeth. It's like but teeth are
The
fine
mini
to
leak.
me. I don't think you need a big butt stacked up and you 80. I don't think you need that.
Baby.
You be wagging that thing around.
Cause the walker,
Mm-mm.
all this wagging, I'm dragging. Girl, I'm gonna be.
I don't know.
Now I don't have no butt injections, nothing like that. But
I
girl,
don't
Yeah.
know.
some of us are just not. I'm not talking about me. I'm just saying some women out here they're just gonna be dragging it because they've had it all their life.
True.
Little apple bottom.
Apple bottom jeans. Yep.
I bought some apple bottom jeans when I was in college, and I ain't realized I ain't had no apple bottom till I
They didn't
put
make
them
you wear one?
on. I was, I had some sort of delusion, like so they was falling all down.
No, bro, you needed some mud jeans. I don't know why you over there with them apple bottoms on.
I was like 94 pounds. Like, I was on apple bottom jeans.
Hey,
Girl,
Hip,
if
hip,
you don't
girl.
get on with your 34-inch hips,
Ah,
like, what are we really doing right now?
here's what I be saying about the narrow hips or the like you need the curve where you can see them from the front.
It was a disaster all the way around.
girl, you better leave apple bottom.
But,
Yes,
but
so
I'm good with what I got now. So, and I didn't have to pay for it.
I'm gonna take what I got and work with it.
Okay,
That's it.
come on.
That's it. These women ain't giving themselves a chance. But we'll see what comes of it in the next decade or so. Cause like I said, I mean, the Hollywood celebrities, they can afford, to go and pay whatever amount that they need to get the damage repaired, that they need, and regular people cannot. And I am very concerned about the people that are going to these, hotel rooms and things like what are you going to do for real? Like,
They going
what
to
are you
get
gonna you just gonna get sick and die? Like, I'm very curious to know what they're gonna do, because we're gonna have a situation on our hands, because it's too many of them. Like, I remember hearing somebody talk about they was in Miami, and they said that it was a whole row of wheelchairs for the girls getting off, having to get wheeled, to the plane, because they went to Miami to get the BBL.
right. But not for nothing. I mean, we just had that incident with the Americans in Mexico, and
Yeah,
I know, and
Mhm.
now you covered this
I did.
on your channel, and the woman that was with them was,
She's supposed to be going to get some work done.
yeah, she was allegedly going to get like some work done, and
I also think it was drugs too, though. But that's me being a conspiracy theory
I
too.
know.
I'm
I'm,
into the cartel and the drug gang
I'm with
too.
you. I'm with your line of thinking though, but like you make it make sense. I ain't saying it's true or
Right.
whatever, but you definitely make it make sense coming from a legal drug dealer. You understand what I'm saying? I know y'all gotta take classes on the underworld.
What?
Uh, East Coast
I do
violence,
that like for fun.
huh?
I would do that for fun.
Right. So coming from a legal street pharmacist, no, not street pharmacist, a legal drug dealer talking about the street pharmacist, I listen, I take it from the experts.
And you know what? I'm not gonna talk about that on here because I don't want them to come for me. But I see you. I know what y'all doing. Okay, so Lisa says they shave your teeth down on the
With the
veneers. They do.
veneers.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Even when, remember, the grills,
Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
What was that, Lil Wayne, right? I think his is like permanent, right? I would
And Plies.
and
Plies got his a whole new
He
set.
got his off, but he
Yeah.
got veneers now. I guess he
yeah,
look
but he cut
much
off. But I
nicer.
think I feel like I seen a picture of what his teeth looked like before he got
Like
the
they would I feel like I have too.
like King Cooper. Like it was
Uh-huh.
like little
Little
pointed,
jagged little
jagged little, like he would like bite you. Like
But that's how we talking about those men with like the Ken doll and stuff. Y'all know the lizard man.
oh yeah.
with
And
his
somebody got their
He
teeth like a
did. They
snake
had
and
the
like got a
teeth and
tongue
the
done.
tongue. He
Mm-hmm.
got the tongue like ew.
yeah.
Ooh, child.
Wow.
But yeah, I
Don't
mean,
talk about people because listen,
do what you gotta do.
all
I'm
transparency,
just curious to know what people gonna look like.
all transparency. I was one of them silver tooth kids.
Oh, they need love too.
Okay,
What it was that they were just holding a space in your mouth? Like how?
The
What? I
cat,
don't know what the.
protecting
the
the tooth
cat,
that
yeah.
was. It's a cat on the
Mm-hmm.
tooth.
Oh,
So when I was little, I mean, I had a whole grill. I was like the only like kindergartner in there with
My sister had them, but then she got her teeth pulled. They didn't grow back for like 4 years.
Oh, see, now I never got my teeth pulled. They just fell out
Hmm.
naturally. And when they fell out, these big old things came in.
I love it. Feel like that's gonna be the fate of my fate of my child, cause her folks on the other side, they got some teeth. But I like, I'm okay with that. But she gonna have to get them, yeah. The common sense expert said, "Ty, stop bragging. Just be thankful you dragging that wagon."
Oh
Tiffany
mm.
says,
no! Oh no, baby, I'm flat. No, baby, I ain't.
he
I ain't
said,
got.
Kendra Cam. Tiffany says some people want to close their gaps without getting braces. Oh, if they get the veneers, yeah. But Bobby Brown, Bobby Christina, they had a little gap.
Oh,
It's kind of
Oh,
cute.
I'm
R.I.P. Bobby Christina.
Yes. Lisa says my butt is gone and I want it back. The butts be leaving and you like, what happened to my shape? You had these kids, did the boobs get deflated and the
I was
butts
gonna say,
they
what you
drop.
mean it's gone?
It be
Lisa.
like
If Lisa get with my sexy is strong, I know my
Right,
sexy is strong
collab.
got a
I'm put
boutique.
me in there, coach. Cause I'm like, I had a little more, it was rounder than this now. It's still there. Still there, but I'm like, it was better than this now. Is it the age or is it
Okay.
the
I
mother
already
nature?
know my sexy is strong. I already know she got a squat routine for your
What?
mama.
And the
Mm.
kettlebell. We doing all now. We doing the fire hydrants. We want the side hip
Oh,
and
she
the
gotta
back.
come through. We gotta do a show, but just about like women and like fitness, and she gotta come through
Yes.
and give us, cause
You could do side bends or sit ups.
but please
Please
don't lose
don't lose
that
that.
butt.
Well, you
Look
talking
at them
about you can
comments as
exercise your
expert.
chest too.
Hmm?
You can exercise your chest too.
Yeah, girl. I that.
He said housewife do lots of squats and eat cornbread. Don't tell the housewife what to do. Her husband tell her what to do. Comments as expert. You be getting out of line.
Okay, out of order.
Yes. She says, I might need energy and to gain my weight back.
Oh,
It'd be like we got to pack it all on at once because
right,
it'd be hard.
right, right.
Okay,
Oh,
guys.
well, y'all, it's midnight. Today is tomorrow. Good
Okay.
morning.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, y'all,
Morning.
this was cool conversation. I definitely shared a lot with y'all about me, and we talked a lot about developing who you are. You not yesterday is what they say. Yesterday's price is not today's price. Yesterday's personality is not today's personality. What you used to value back then, you may not value today. Same way we talk about. We might have liked the thug when we was 20, but now we like an adult that might be wearing, wear some suits with his Jordans or whatever. But
Okay.
yeah, this was a good conversation. We look to see the rest of Blac Chyna's development as she grows into her womanhood, as she goes into her mid 30s, 40s, and so on. We're gonna see if she hits this wall that everybody be talking about. which I don't think that she will, but we gonna all find out together. But we appreciate you all coming to spend some time with us. Thank you so much for the Cash App, TJ. We really appreciate you always stopping by and supporting us, not just with your money, but with your time. Which I personally I value people's time because you could be doing anything and there's thousands of YouTube channels, but you came by to kick it with us. So thank you. And so everybody in the chat, we will see y'all next Wednesday. We're gonna take off Saturday.
That's right. Oh, I'm sorry. Before we close this out, I gotta give a shout out to Ash Cash. Happy birthday, boo!
Happy
Today
birthday.
is her birthday, and we going. That's why we can't get in here on Saturday because the baby we's turning up for the 99 and 2000.
Okay. With the word
Okay.
of wisdom. Okay. Anyway.
I love it.
Okay.
Happy birthday.
Happy
Happy
birthday! Happy
birthday.
birthday! Happy birthday!
Awesome. Well, so we're gonna be off on Saturday, so we'll catch y'all next Wednesday. Um, Let us know what y'all want us to talk about. Put it in the comments. We'll read them. We'll interact. And look forward to seeing y'all next time. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Tell somebody else to subscribe. Trying to get them numbers up. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye.